Greetings, it is I, Dreadscape Gaming. How are all you doing, Dreadknights, on this Friday? Diablo IV! We've been playing it for a full week. I've been enjoying Diablo IV, Lord of Hatred. You will see more Diablo IV on the channel next week, but I just wanted to do a full week of Diablo IV, testing out the new expansion. It's very good. We're going to be playing a different build today. I am still playing Warlock, but I'm going to be playing the metagame build today, Dreadknights. So we're going to be playing Dreadclaw build. I'm not really going to go over the build because I do plan to put out a guide for this, but the only thing you need to know is that this weapon makes this build pretty busted, and I am target farming for a pair of boots that I need to make this build even more cracked. So let's get into things, shall we? I don't want to really waste too much talking here. I have a war plan that's going on that I have to continue to finish, so let's do that. I will probably try to see if I can push to Torment 6 today, because I think this build is strong enough that I should be able to get away with it. Let's put any tribute here. It doesn't really matter to me particularly because I hate doing Undercity runs. It's the one thing that I wish that we could change with the war plans is the ability to remove stuff from the tree that maybe you don't necessarily want to do. If the game is too loud, let me know. If you can't hear the game, let me know as well. You should be able to hear it in theory. Let's drop this guy. And then we're just going to start metagaming, literally. This build is basically spam Dreadclaws, profit, and win. How appropriate is it that Blizzard makes a build called Dreadclaws? It's like if they knew I was coming back to Diablo or something and they decide to just name something after me. I kid. That's not actually the case. They didn't name Dreadclaws after me, at least not to my knowledge. I mean, Dread in general is just like a regular word, right? You can't even copyright that. Or trademark it, as they say. Cast that. Drop that. Okay. Good. Let's push this way. This might actually make me like Undercities with this build. Because Undercities, I could do some like really crazy things. I have a good amount of mobility. On top of that, because I have a Never Step here, so I can do crazy things like this and pop out like a shark, and then I can pop out here again and take care of these elite packs. Like, it's just an overall really fun build. So fun though that I believe it really should be nerfed because it's too strong. And I think Blizzard will nerf it probably sometime maybe the middle of the season. And if they don't do it before the middle of the season, what they'll do is they'll probably, after this season ends, completely nerf it to the ground like they've done with other classes, because it's just too strong. I don't think you should be able to have this much power with a character. I mean, there's some characters that are pretty busted, like the Paladin, but this is way overtuned. And I don't even have like all the good uniques necessarily yet for it. I'm doing this without mostly ancestral gear, and it's just like deleting things with ease. Like when I even fight bosses, I'll do a couple of lair bosses also to demonstrate. Like the only thing that could really screw you up is if you walk into like an AoE effect, or a case in point here, you run out of mana, even though we do have spenders for that to kind of mitigate that. Okay, nice. Take that. Good. Look how fast I'm going through this. And usually with the minion build, it would take me a lot longer to do that thing. Okay, good. Let's pop that. Take care of that. This guy's got a Gobe as a shield. Watch out for the exploding thing. There we go. Good job. And that's what I like, man. This build is great for speed farming because it's so fast and efficient, Dreadknight. It's like super fast and efficient. Okay, good. Let's go over here. We're gonna activate this. Let's go this way. Take that guy out. Alright, good. Watch out. Don't want to take poison damage. Nice. Alright, we're gonna kind of push over this way, because there's some big enemies over there. In our decent rotation, we need to get more time. In case you're wondering that. Okay, cast that. Good. Perfect. Delete. Perfect. Sweet. Nice. Alright, let's keep pushing here. This is only floor 2, so I don't have to really go Unga Bunga cave mode here. Alright. Nice. Trying to see if we could get like a really good torch. Okay, there's a good torch over there, and we have more than enough time that we can do that. Alright, good. Take them out. We're gonna go up here for Undercity. Nice. Okay, let's summon the ultimate. Good. Hop over here. Drop that down. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna target these enemies here. Look how much we got there. Okay, we're at 2. So next floor, I have to get at least to 4 if I want the max rewards. I'm probably not going to do max rewards, though. Unless I need it. Like, realistically speaking, some of the stuff, particularly in this tournament level, like, and because of the entombments that we have at the moment, I'm not really going to get this major or significant loot. Good, drop that there. Some of those. Look how busted. We're almost at level 3 already, cool. Remember before I had to, like, practically beg and plead to be able to get this? This is just, like, look at things and delete it. Okay. Let's go over here because I want to get to level 4 because we have more than enough ample time to do it. Okay, good. Pop this here. Watch out for the blade. Nice. Delete. Move back there. Good damage rotation again. Let's get this. Probably like, why the hell hasn't he touched it yet? In this tournament level, like, one of the things is a lot of enemies do a lot of AoE. Okay, respend generation. Okay, watch out. That's a one-hit KO. There we go. That's why you move back, Dreadknights. If we hit this torch over here, we have more than ample amount of time. Basically, we'll get the max rewards here. Again, nice and speed farm. Fast and efficient. I love playing Diablo builds in general. They're just very fast and efficient. We got to 4. Okay, good. We'll do our little shark move here. Good. Drop that there. I don't really have to kill these things, so let's just ignore these small fries. Push over this way. Good. Nice, 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 nice. Give me 1 second here. Okay, great. Let's go to Undercity. And here is the boss fight. The boss is gonna get basically melted in 1 hit. Look, that was a Tournament 4 boss, by the way. And we just went like ham on them. It's still not dead. Alright, give me 1 second because I need to listen to something. My apologies. Okay, you can hear the game audio. I want to check because I had to switch my audio interface a couple days back. And I've been kind of messing around with it because I've had some weird crashes in Diablo 4 ever since they did the last patch. Where sometimes my game audio will cut out in-game, and then I have to kind of tweak it. Nothing necessarily good that we got out of this. So we'll just kind of, you know, send these to the trash bin, which you kind of expect here. Alright, let's get over to the next activity, which is going to be a pit run. I'm feeling kind of brave that I might try to see if I can do pit 6, which is depth 6 of the pit, for those of you who don't know. Because I feel like we might be able to do it with this build. So I want to try it for science to see. Alright. And then from there, we'll continue to move on. Let me make sure something else. Okay, good, 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 good. Alright. Let's push. Nice, nice. That's what I like. Yeah. Yeah, we're ready for Tournament 6. Almost certainly with this build. And this isn't even, like, maxed out. That's crazy. Alright, let's use this. Careful, don't get greedy. We're just deleting things, man. I mean, I know it was a powerful build. And it's ironic that this build, even when you don't have, like, ancestral gear and everything, can just do some of the nonsense that it does. Alright, let's hex these. Good. Keep it moving. Perfect. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, good. Let's wait. Shoot this guy, which is our ultimate skill. Drop here. Okay, perfect. Wow. So much power. We can do good things like AoE here if we need to. And put some spenders, just get a little bit back, because the one thing is, because of the way that I have the build set up at the moment, still have to cast Shadows. Dreadclaws. Okay, good. Nice. Cast another one of these. Gotta be careful of these guys because they explode. And exploding on impact, they will do some pretty crazy stuff. Case in point there. Push. It's the Busher. If I kill the Busher, or excuse me, Butcher here. No! Got me stuck in a certain type of loop. If we kill the Butcher, this pit is over. Literally, the pit run ends there, but I think he's gonna kill me. Too much poison there. Had we killed them? Wait, the pit's over? That actually counts, despite the fact we didn't clear it? Can I still do the boss? No, I can't. Okay. I mean, I don't think it should work that way. But hey, it did. That stupid butcher ruined my run. Or did we kill him? I don't know. It looks... That might have been a weird glitch that we just experienced. But hey, happy accident. I guess we're not ready for Torment 6. Even though I'm probably unlocked from that. I just want to test something a minute. So for science... Yeah, still need a little bit more fine-tuning for that. Alright, well, who am I to argue free rewards that I got for not doing anything? Alright, so we're still not necessarily ready for Torment 6. Probably 5. Even though I think we're gonna unlock it here, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Okay, well, we got our war plan. Nice. Pit activity's been leveled up. That butcher ruined the run, literally, but that's fine because I put that modifier on intentionally. I don't need those boots. I need a different pair of boots. I don't need that, but it's unique, so we can't really complain. Better than not having anything. Okay, good. Alright, pick these up. Okay, I don't really need any of that. Get rid of that stuff for now. Okay, cool. Let's junk this stuff. Let's go season, because we can claim something. Wait, did that really unlock? Torment 6? I wonder. Realm power has been activated, so we can actually put some more points into stuff. Okay, let's move this way next. Because I want to get that. Also, we have a realm power. Which one is it? This is for nightmare dungeons. Let's see. I think I maxed out this side of the tree. A conviction chest appears at the end of a dungeon and grants rewards. Do I have that already? No, I don't. This is the branching path. Alright, so let's take that. We also can do something with the pit. So let's see here. Special events with difficulties with the pit. More common and higher. Interesting. What else do we have here? Guardian glyphs. Progress orbs. What else can we get? Interesting. Do I have this? I don't. Okay, let's do that for science. What else can we upgrade? Nothing else. Okay, good. Let me just check one thing. I want to see if we unlocked that difficulty or we didn't. Because I want to eventually get to Torment 6 because that will give me a higher ability. Because we have 5 unlocked. What do I have to do? Pit tier 40. What tier were we on before? That's the major question here. That's not the pit. Pit is the over this way. Torment 6 is 40, so we got to be able to clear that. So that's the next, like, barrier. But I think we're going to need to invest more Paragon levels just yet for that. Which is fine. When it comes to Diablo 4, it's really about not so much it's the journey, not so much the destination. I will do that. I will do a pit run because it's legendary. I hate that we have to do an Undercity run. I'll take a Helltide. I'll take an Infernal Hordes.
A sound strategy.
Yes, this better be a sound strategy. The one thing I do like is like how all those things are set up. Anybody like my fit? I'm really enjoying it. Okay. Let's do this. This is Nightmare Dungeon Explorer. So we don't have to kill everything in sight. Not necessarily just yet. Shoot that. Good. Nice damage rotation. How's everybody doing today? I'm okay. I have like 2 big announcements I'm going to be making later tonight after stream. Because I'm going to be busy after stream. I'm not going to be around. I think I had talked about that. I have some stuff personally going on, so I won't really be around. I'm just kind of like vibing and chilling with Diablo to end this week. Really enjoyed playing this game. You will see more of this game on this channel. I'm not planning to not play this game. Really looking forward to deep diving a bit more into the expansion. And ironically, I'm like one of the few VTubers that does actually play this game regularly. What is this? The key. Okay. Is it the key to my heart? No, it's definitely not the key to my heart. But it's a key to the door. Okay. Let's use that. Perfect. We got the hex up. Nice. Man, do I need those boots. Because once we get those rare pair of boots, I actually be able to do some really stupid things. Conviction? Never seen that conviction number before. I wonder what that's gonna do. Let's open the door. Here. Servers are a bit laggy today. Alright, let's cast here. Drop him. Some big baddie. Good. Perfect. Nice. Get the dagger. Avoid the poison. Nothing else in there. I felt like that was a waste. Was that not the area for the key? Doesn't look like it, but that's okay. Pop. Cast. Drop that down. Something there. Cast that. Good. Perfect. Let's get rid of that. Drop that. Nice. Let's continue to chain over here. Good. Take them out. Let's drop the big golem guy. Perfect. Nice. Alright, good. Drop that too. Let's get rid of these enemies. Perfect. Now from there, I guess I'll push, too many areas I can push to, right? We're just still investigating to see if we can find the next area that we have to go to. Sometimes these dungeon layouts are a little funny in how they're... This was probably one from the Vessel of Hatred. Very similar in terms of design. I think maybe this one. In theory. Yep. Let's grab this. Pylons also give you, like, extra added benefit. Got our big snake thing following us as well. Let's go over here. Nice. I think I found what we were looking for. It looks like it was that boss over here. Potentially. Let's drop the Rampage Demon. Good. Is this something I have to pick up? Maybe? I feel like we just have to get a whole bunch of conviction, maybe, to open the area. Perhaps. This is definitely something from the Vessel of Hatred expansion. Good. Oh, spawn something else there. Fascinating. Watch out. You don't want to take an unnecessary death there. Very cool. Let's continue to push forward this way. Nice. Good damage rotation. Alright, summon Big Daddy. Summon the snake if we have it on cooldown. We do not. So we're gonna go push here. Sweet. Okay. Let's continue speedrun this. Even though this particular dungeon is not very easy to speedrun, for those that are wondering. Good. Paragon 166. Nice. Use the big snake worm thing. Good. Move over here. Good rotation again. Ran out of a little bit mana drain there, but it's fine. Let's drop the big baddie. So he also applies Hex because of the way that we have our build set up. Okay, cool. It's just about maintaining those shadow stacks too. It's not too hard in this particular build. Good. Nice. Where is the end of this dungeon? And that's the major question. I feel like we spent a lot more time in this dungeon than Dread would personally like to. What just happened? I got a rare charm. Maybe it's the charm that I need to finish a significant portion of this build. I hate fear as a status. Some people like that. I don't. I feel like fear as a status always kind of a pain in the butt. I didn't want to pick that up. Please be the last piece that I need. I don't think it is. 2 fears. More. Oh, ironic, we finished the build on that. Okay, great. I can swap my talismans after this. We're gonna get even more powerful. Happy accident. Guess we're pushing over here somewhere. Because apparently we need to get like a high level of conviction to be able to finish this nightmare dungeon. We'll look around here. Okay. Continue to push. Jump up this way. Continue to move this way. Is there nothing there? I am confused. Where are we going? This is definitely one of the weirdest dungeon layouts that we've had. Maybe there? Picked up some stuff. That's a dead end too. Fascinating. What on this map looks like it would be a door to somewhere? Unless we ignored an enemy somewhere. Maybe potentially there. Which would kind of, like, really peeve me just a little bit. Okay, great. Continue to push. I think we didn't pick these up, and maybe that's why. So, prisoners' remains? Let's check it out. I have no idea. I'm about as stumped as you are, Dreadknights. Did we go too quick in the dungeon? Is the dungeon glitched? How do we progress? It looks like there's one enemy, and because I didn't kill that enemy, despite the fact it said not to kill all the enemies, that maybe we didn't pick up enough conviction to finish this, perhaps? That's the only thing I could think of. Alright, let's push here. Good. Perfect. A lot of enemies here. That's the big baddie. Big baddie is basically ultimate. I'm not doing an event thing, I'm just trying to finish this.
Good. I found a promising ore deposit.
I said I wasn't doing an event, and guess what? We have an event right now. It's fine, happy accident, right? Worst case scenario, we'll get more XP. I mean, we're gonna kill things so quick at this point that everything that we blink at is just gonna get shredded. Okay, good. Decent. Move here. Good. Got a bit of damage as well. We can continue to put the hexes up. Very nice. Perfect. Goodbye. Alright, nice. Good amount of damage as well. Let's cast that. Perfect. And drop down here. Nice, nice, nice. And away we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I am gonna eventually get into like tower and stuff, but I have to kind of fix up my build. Because it's still not ready. Obviously, I think the most we can push is Torment 5. And again, because I'm still looking for like the boots and the ancestral uniques, there's still a bit of building that we have to do. Okay, good. Perfect. Let's cast another one of these. Nice. Peace out, bros. No chest? Oh, okay, I was about to say. I don't know. It was more thanks to me. Oh, layer keys. Nice. Alright. Let's continue here to figure out the mystery of why this dungeon hasn't been finished. We have Conviction 24. I guess this, maybe you have to kill everything. I didn't say that. I have no idea what else we're supposed to be doing here. Is this dungeon finished? No. It says explore the Putrid and slay the infested revenant, but we haven't seen the infested revenant anywhere. But we've gone. I've been looking high and low for this thing, and either the game glitched on it, or we haven't found it. I feel like we're going in a circle here. Technically a square at this point. Alright. Might as well pick up the convection if I can. And a bit of server lag too, which is not fun to deal with as well. Alright. So one thing about this game I've noticed, like, lately the servers are very, very wonky. I was playing earlier and I was experiencing the same thing too. I have no idea where to go. Maybe we didn't go this way? Yeah. Looks like we just bypassed the whole area. I didn't notice it. I don't know. Blizzard, this dungeon is pain. Literally. Picking a bunch of stuff up. VOD watchers, you may want to fast forward about 20 minutes. I'm just saying. We're gonna be in a long haul here. Let's go through. Alright, cool. Go over this way. It's fine. Maybe here? See, it looks like there's something up that way. And originally when I went that way, it looked like it was a no, but I'm thinking that has to be it at this point, right? Like it has to be at this point, Dreadknights. Almost certainly. Right. It's open. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Sometimes things aren't very super clear, obviously. This was a dungeon that I didn't appreciate. I think because it tricked us into thinking we had to go that way with the pathing. Oh well, happy accident. It's fine. Let's continue to push this way. Nice. Good. Also, I did mention this before. I will again state it. I will not be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel on this channel anymore. If you're looking for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel content, I am sorry. I'm not doing that. I've always been a variety streamer. I like particular games that I like to play, which are particularly stuff like this, dungeon crawlers, and Earthings. So if you're looking for that type of stuff, I'm sorry again. You're not going to get it anymore on this channel. Alright. Got our first war plan done. But man, did that take way longer than I wanted it to. Conviction chest. Nice. Ooh, I think we got a unique mixed in there. Seems that way. Good. We also got crafting material. Alright. So let's go back to camp, because most of the stuff we're going to have to salvage. Almost 100% of this stuff we're going to have to salvage. Let me also open up my bottle of hydration. So what we're going to do, basically salvage 90% of the stuff. I really don't need it. None of these are going to be like a good base for what we already have on our gear. So we'll just do this for affixes. These two got to go in a box. Let's go to the smithy, and we'll continue our war type. Or war plans, as they're called. This is basically endgame. Non-stop. Oh my goodness, look at that. We're getting some good drops now. Pick that up. Nice, nice. I don't know if that's something I need. Let's just pick it all up. Alright, so something now that we can do as well. Get rid of, again, most of the junk that we don't need. The only time we care about something, ironically, in this game now is if it's gray. Because if it's a gray thing, we definitely want gray bases and items. Alright, let's junk that. Let's go here. We're gonna do the chest here. Sorry about that. I hit a wire on my phone, so I'm checking my second screen a second. Because I don't have like a dual monitor. I'm playing on a laptop. FYI, for those of you who don't know. Gaming laptop I have, because I'm always on the go. I don't stay in the same place frequently. It looks like my YouTube app is continuing to crash. I might have to restart that. So, let's take a 5-minute break if you don't mind, okay? And I'll be back in like, well, not 5 minutes, more like 2 minutes, just for my phone to restart, okay? Alright, thank you. Restarted my phone. Because I know that the darn YouTube app, because I always use it as my second screen, just so I can look over a chat, as well as I use it to kind of look at stream quality. Because I can't really, when I'm in full screen for this particular game, do stuff of that nature. Alright, you know. Let's continue. End game in weird way. I don't need this. Just put it in the box. Anything I don't necessarily need, put in the box, and then we'll use it on the cube eventually. Alright, so I think I have the full 5 pieces of this now. Not that one. This is Phobia of Shadow. And put it in here. Give me a second to reset this. So... Fear of Shadow. Okay. This is gonna be another shadow. More shadow. Another piece of this, perhaps? We need just Linta. Okay, great. What else do we need? We have more already. We have Bearer. Do we have Bearer? We do have Bearer. Great. With the full shadow build now. And then we can put in something for experience points would be nice, right? Do I have something? 10 bonus? We have this, but this doesn't really work with this build. This is for something else. So I think what we should do is just put 10 bonus for experience. Nice. This will give us more options. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push in here. I'm gonna activate that, and then we're gonna go up, push here. So I'm trying to get like basically all the passives here on this particular tree, just because they're gonna be beneficial long term. All right. Next in-game activity, which is gonna be the pit. Okay, let's go to the pit. I'm gonna do, let's say, like, Torment 4. Just for this to be on the safe side. Because I feel like we're somewhere around Torment 4 or 5 right now in terms of our damage scaling. Okay, that was an interesting way to drop us. It's like there were enemies literally right in front of there. That's a surprise. We're going to be a little bit more powerful now, too, because obviously with that 5-piece legendary bonus on the set of talismans, so it was great that we finally got that. That was one thing that I was trying to get before stream ended, so that was like a nice happy accident after all that time. Great. Get this dude out. Perfect. Let's continue to move. That might be enough to actually push us to Torment 6, now that I think about it. But again, you know, science, we gotta make sure the damage numbers go up, and Ancestral Gear is part of the thing that we need, as well as that particular boots, which we still haven't been able to drop. We're also, once we get done with this particular war plans, I'm gonna start farming some bosses. Their bosses, something else we can do. Okay, drop a Rampage. Just because there was too many of them. Drop a Rampage. It's a dead end. See how now that just everything's shooting? See? Like that. Now we got the builds completely set up the way it needs to. That's why I was like, I need that legendary charm to be able to do that. So we finally got it. Let's go, Dreadknights. Now they just cast on their own. Now the build is like fully operational. Look at this. Let's go. It took so long to get that charm, man. I've been farming like for 4 or 5 days to get the full set and bonus of it. And now we could be drunk with power. Because it's just automatically going to cast one of them, and then we can continue to do this, right? And the good thing is, because the Irwin, it's based on like our shadow stacks. Look at this. We're always going to be able to just cast a Dreadclaw without actually doing anything, just moving about. Which is nice. Just gotta maintain our shadow stacks. Good. Let's do that. Perfect. Again, if we run out of mana, that's the one thing that shuts it down. Learning the build on the fly, too. That's great. It's so freaking good. Okay. Because now we can just melt things. Now I'm tempted to try the Torment 6 hit again. Because I feel like that's enough to maybe push us over the edge in terms of damage output. Alright. Let's drop him. Good. Press this. Nice. Good. I don't cast too many of these because this is now one of the situations where we don't have to cast too many of them. Just enough to keep those stacks up. Perfect. Nice and efficient. Because remember, if you're not doing a run that's efficient, you might as well not be doing the run at all, right? At that point. This is crazy good. I was wondering why things weren't auto-firing, and I was like, it's probably because I don't have the full talisman set. And lo and behold, that was actually the answer to it. It's just we didn't have the talisman. And now we have the full set. Perfect. The only problem is, like, now, probably our experience is going to drop off a bit. But we'll be able to melt things that quickly. I mean, it's a decent trade-off, is it not, Dreadknights? 70% chance. 70% chance, we'll take it. As long as there's a chance, we might as well do it. I also appreciate the fact that Blizzard listened, because there were a lot of people who were saying that it kind of sucks to do these pit runs. And then there was like a portal that's really close to this. And if you misclick, which is something that happened to me, you lose a lot of your rewards and your level up rewards too, so... It was a nice happy accident, you could say. Do you have to do an earlier? That would kind of suck. I think it's it's understate city that I gotta do now. Alright, let's use one of these. This one could be fun, because I don't think with the way that the build is right now, we're really gonna mess up too many of these, if any. Defeating lair bosses grants. I'll do more lair bosses too. I just wanted to do the basic stuff first. Okay, good. Nice. And we got that going. Let me, if I can get these bosses here for extra time. Yep. Perfect. That's what we needed. And this build. This thing's so vested when you start using it. Good. Even without, like, the talisman set that you need, which is the 5-piece bonus for those of you know. I will make the guide eventually. I just wanted to get, like, the rest of the gear in place before I make it. Now we have everything. We basically profit big time here. Okay, good. Keep pushing. And I mean, we cleared through basically everything. Those things are going to continue to fire off on their own. As long as I don't burn the mana and keep, like, some of this stuff here. Alright, let's go. Good amount of damage here. Check this out. I'm gonna just go this way. Just so we can get this. We can make up time in the next area. Almost certainly. Oh. Okay, great. Just keep pushing. Again, if you go very low on the mana, that's the one thing you gotta worry about. Because then it obviously stops tracking it. Okay, good. Nice. I still need, like, 1 or 2 shadow aspects that we don't have for this build, but this is why I playtest things. I've been playtesting off stream too. Okay, nice. Good job. Okay. Get this for time. There's a time and place for everything, and right now we need more time. We want to be successful here. Let's get this. Get some of the big baddies. Okay, good. I think we're gonna push this way. Just because, again, trying to save time on this to be able to get the max attunement available. Good. Go set. Let's go over here. Gotta keep an eye on the time again. There's a big torch area coming up. Hopefully we have enough time to do it. I think we will. Gonna do it. You know, it's kind of risky, I'll be honest with you. We don't fight like stuff with a lot of time here. There's some enemies that are like tucking away. I don't know if that was wise. We'll find out when I get to this part. 55. No. I think we did some pretty bad pathing here. Okay. It's okay. As long as we can get like a decent amount of monster bonus here. In worst case scenario, I'll just like floor it to where I have to get to. And just forsake like anything that I have to here. So I'd rather be able to complete the run as opposed to not being able to complete it. Yeah, I think we just floor it here because our pathing was kind of off. Just fine. I would have preferred to be able to get max. Maybe we still can. It's still a possibility as long as I stay near here. Maybe if I get the air torch that's over here, if I can make it. I have to be very cautious how I do this. I gotta make my way back. 68 seconds should be more than enough. If I don't do something foolish. I need to get that torch over here, and then I gotta run like a madman. That's the only way. I hope our greed pays off here, because you know what they say, don't be greedy. Alright, good. We got the mobility going, and then we can get to the portal, and then fight the boss for max rewards. I will say, Dreadclaw's super OP for Warlock, and I don't even have, like, still the boots that I need for this, but that 5-piece talisman set is crazy. Just because you could constantly shoot things. They have to nerf this. I think they'll do it probably either at the end of the season, or maybe by the mid-season. So we just deleting things. I mean, obviously we still have to climb higher tournament levels, and maybe it'll start to drop off, but this feels really, really strong. Hey, we got some uniques. Nice. We also got some, well, the base trophies are kind of important. Alright, on to the next war plan, shall we, Dreadknights? That's a cool background there. I think that's Astaroth, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because he's riding the Cerebus. Alright. Did I get any uniques out of that? Nope. Wait, I did, didn't I? I don't see them here. Maybe they were uniques for, like, offerings. Or talismans. Ew. Blue. Get out of here with blue. We don't take blues in this house. Greater boss key. Yeah, probably was like an attunement or something. Oh well. Let's do the next one. Is it Helltide? Helltide that we have to do, so we have to open up a chest. I'm gonna move over here, just so better pathing, so we don't have to walk around so much. How's everybody's day been treating them? It's nice and sunny here where I am. It was kind of rainy yesterday. I didn't have like really too much time to touch concrete. Yeah. I kind of wanted to, but I didn't have really time. I have time this weekend. A little bit of time, because like I said, I'm preparing stuff for my 6th anniversary as a VTuber. Which is coming up May 4th. I also have a couple announcements that I will be, I guess, making probably on social media and stuff. Some stuff that's going to be probably a big surprise to a lot of people, because I've been keeping some secrets as to what exactly has been going on in my camp for a while. So I will reveal a lot of stuff pretty soon. It's tonight. Actually, one of the kind of partial big reveals. You know, I don't want to say it's an announcement to make an announcement type of deal, but it's kind of one of those things. It's an announcement about a big announcement that leads into some other stuff, but I'm very happy because I was working on a lot of this stuff for quite a while. People who follow me really kind of know. Ooh, it's a loot goblin! You didn't give me any uniques, but you gave me scattered prisms, which I don't necessarily hate. Alright. We just gotta kill a whole bunch of enemies here. Get some cinders that we need, open 2 chests, and then we can complete our war plan. Then I'm probably gonna farm a couple of bosses if I have enough keys. Even though this is a good area, particularly Helltides, for me to farm for actual boss keys. Because I know some people have been complaining because, obviously, they took away the experience points that you get in Helltide chests now. But when you start modifying the war plans for the tree, there's a part where you can have certain enemies spawn during Helltides that give, like, a whole bunch of experience orb spheres. So as you can see, I'm Paragon 166. When I started the day earlier today, I was, like, 138 or 139. It was, like, whatever number it was when I ended stream. And I was able to climb like 30 levels just by doing random Helltides because of the experience orb and drops that I would get. I think maybe if one of the big baddies shows up here, I can kind of demonstrate what I mean. Because there's these random minions of Durio that show up on the map now, and they give like a crazy amount of experience points. They're like maggot-looking things. Alright, let's push here. I'm gonna do the event just because it's like extra experience points, so why not? And Paragon. Maximum Paragon in this game right now is like 300, if I remember correctly. So we're about, what, 3/4 of the way there? Not necessarily. More like the halfway point. Where are the enemies? I feel like we're killing them quicker than they can spawn, which is kind of funny. Where be you? Okay, good. Drop it like it's hot. That wasn't what I was expecting. This build is so busted in a very good way. Well, got the level up, so we're 167. That's that. Nice. And we really can't test an ultimate just for the sake of argument. Nowadays, we can kind of conserve our ultimate. We don't necessarily need to do it. Okay, good. Take these enemies out. Good. Nice. And drop a big guy here. Then we can just kind of profit. Hopefully we get some decent loot for doing this. Yeah, best case scenario too, we'll have enough cinders that we can just open all the chests right away. Just like the major thing to do. Nice. Let's push the map in a little bit. I'll go for a gift of protection. Why a gift of protection for people who don't know? Let me take these enemies out. I'm greedy. Greed is good sometimes, Dreadknights. In this situation, kind of. So I can spawn a couple of earth things too. So the reason why the gift of protections are 75 chests, right? As long as I can hit 2 chests here, I think my math is correct. Because there's only 5 minutes left on this Helltide too, by the way. I didn't know that, but because it's a war plan. You're just trying to get what you need. 75. Let's do our math here. Nothing amazing. Yep, see? So now I just go for another mystery, and I'll be able to open it. Protection. Those are the minion orbs I was talking about. I'll give you experience points. Let's go up here before the timer's over. So that we can complete this war plan, because if not, we'll have to wait 5 minutes, which I generally don't want to do right now. Again, speed and efficiency. Oh, the horse jumps off that? Come on. Okay. Go up here. Are we gonna make it? We have 4 minutes to do this. Do you think we can do it, Dreadknight? Do you believe? Do you believe in me the way that I believe in all of you? Can't see where I have to go. Drop down. Let's get on our high horse. My horse is like demonic looking. Yeah, we got it. Good job. Nice, nice, nice. We didn't really spend too much time in this activity. Again, it's about speed and efficiency. It's so good, this build, that I can't actually see. Okay, good. This is one of the things I was talking about that spawns. One of them, not all of them. So this kind of drops like a whole bunch of uniques. Because of the difficulty level that we're on, usually. See, so we get a couple of rings that might be useful. Boss trophy. I need a lair key there, so I can do some lower boss farms. Gonna have to pick up some crap to be able to pick that up. We could also use the loot filter, but I don't like to do it because there was stuff that I still will transmute this late into the game. I don't feel like it's worth continuing to push here, because we're not going to be able to make it to an air chest, and even though maybe I might be able to within a minute, it doesn't seem like too wise for us. I have a voicemail. I wonder who called me randomly while I was on stream. Okay. This should be interesting, because this is a test that I wasn't expecting to have to do. See if maybe we can actually do this, because the other way I had like a hard time doing it with the minion build. Hopefully this way we can just kind of super profit. Okay, good. Nice, we got the stacks going. That stack. Come on. Okay. Good amount of damage. Nice. Gonna hit my ultimate. Good. There we go. And then we just profit here. I'm not really good at doing Inferno Hordes. Just as a FYI to people who are coming. This is my least... I like it for the Paragon farming, but I don't like it because it makes you have to jump like a whole bunch of different places just to be able to get these. But, you know, some people may like that. I generally don't. Alright, this is gonna spawn. Okay, good. That was the first wave. We have to do 6 of those, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna take whatever we have for plus events. Wow, it's already been an hour? I feel like I haven't been streaming an hour already. Time flies when you play Diablo. Good. Nice. Enemies are spawning. And just delete everything. Good. Make sure I heal up, because I'm getting a little bit too aggro. I don't want to necessarily do that. Good. Drop it like it's hot. Cool. So freaking good. Look at that. Look at that, Dreadknights. That's what I like to see. Fast speed farming. Super fast speed farm here. Okay, good. Maybe I go a little bit longer. Might have time to do it a little bit longer. Not like 5 hours, but maybe if I'm feeling like really up to it, I could stream for like an extra half hour to an hour, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I don't stream on weekends. A lot of people know that. Let's do this. Because nothing's really scaring us. I'm probably not going to get a whole bunch of Aethers this run now, but, you know. We'll clear at least us. Okay, good. Let's take you out. You move. You did. Where are you running to? Stop being a little biatch. Good. Nice, nice. Oh, there's an Aether Lord. Let's take him out. Holy moly. Alright, gotta go this way. Let's cast ultimate in a second. I feel like we need it. Let's watch out for the AoE blades, because those are almost certainly a one-hit KO. Not trying to have that happen, bros. And brodettes. Let's get the Soul Spire. Let's go here. I think we're not going to have enough time to... These really didn't drop any Aethers. I'm kind of disappointed in that. Aether Lords no longer despawn at the end of the round. What does that mean? Spawn a Soul Spire. We need this because we're kind of low on the things. We're probably not going to be able to open the chest. I really don't understand, like, the game mechanic for that particular one. Because I feel like most of these enemies don't spawn, and even when you go to the Soul Spires, half the time they don't really drop enough to open the chest, so it's like, make it make sense, I suppose. But again, this is not like my favorite endgame activity to do. Honestly, my favorite endgame activities are to do the lair bosses. Because it's very similar to like how Diablo 3 and 4 were in one sense for like target farming. Let's take care of this guy. Instantly explodes and only gives me... how many? There's probably like a modifier I can use with the war plans to be able to get more Aethers too, almost certainly. Hey, where are you going? I'm not done with you. Okay. Perfect. Oh, big amount. Okay, maybe I stand corrected. Maybe we'll get a whole bunch of them. Let's build, guys. Man. They're gonna have to nerf this. It's just way too good. And I'm not, like, doing super efficient yet because I'm just kind of learning the build, but... Holy crap. Wait, I don't want to do that. I actually wanted this one. This would have been better. Oh, well. Too late. That's what you get when you try to rush things, right? Moral story, don't rush it. My speedrunner brain was like, no, we have to do it. Watch out. That's AoE deaths. Okay, let's cast an ultimate. Doesn't seem like the High Council is very happy with me right now. Alright, let's move over here. Oh, happy accident. There's going to be one here spawn. There's a ball. Oh, heal. Oh, there's so many shield monsters. Do you think this is going to be a boss here too? Let's find out. It was. I are smart. Oh, another A for Lord. Okay, don't mind if I do. I mean, we're just going to delete everything on screen at this point, right? The only thing that can stop me is if I go overextend too much. Perfect. Nice. Oh, they're trying to kill me. Where's the boss? I see one. Let's delete you. Let's delete you too. Wow. Remember yesterday when we were doing this particular event with the minion build, and the minion build was like struggling big time? I mean, surely they're gonna nerf this. Did we finish it before it was up? What happened? Where's the our wave? Did we break the wave? Eh? Nani? Did we glitch the wave? That would be hilarious. We're too good. We're too good, apparently, Dreadknights. We killed too many things that there wasn't any way for it to spawn the next part. That's hilarious. I double checked. Look, I went to OBS a second to see if there wasn't like an error dip. That's why I checked it. We were too good. Oh, we're stop clowning around now. They're about to put me in my place. Like, ah. You think the content's too easy? Well, we can knock you down a peg or two, right? Yeah, they can knock me down a peg. Definitely, certainly at this point. Jeez. Oh, this is so good. Note to self. Whenever you see that, do it. Because I know this was like a newer mechanic from one of the seasons that I played a little bit of. Not like entirely a whole bunch. We need like 400 or 666 to fight Warlock if I remember. We're gonna have enough time to do it. Maybe? Okay. Oh, don't die. Dying is bad. Nobody likes to die in video games, especially good old Dread. Enough. I don't think enough to do Bardock. Is it 666 Aethers? Yeah. This was pretty good. Good run. Open sesame. Yes, I will step forward to put you out of your misery. Alright. That's one boss down. Another boss down. Where's the last one? Man. They didn't even stand a chance. They just got auto-deleted. Well, we'll have enough to actually finally open one of the chests, which I haven't been able to do. Much better. Ooh, look at this. Chest armor. We also got a two-handed mace. Not that I think that's going to be useful for any build. Got to pick up a little bit of crap along the way. Scatter prisms, skulls. Okay, good. Anything else here that's worthwhile? Alright, so let's put the rest of this into crafting materials. Nice. Nice, nice. And that's it. We did our war plans. So now we'll do some target boss farming. Okay. Let's look at the loot that we picked up during all that. Nothing necessarily good. Only thing I'm looking for at this point are ancestral legendaries. If it's not like ancestral legendary or an increase to the damage numbers, probably I'm not swapping it out. That's pretty good. soul brand. We have a lot of those as well. If I used a mace, you know, that'd be kind of worthwhile, but it's not. I have a point for that. Let's get rid of that. We also, obviously, with Tyrael, because he has a bounty for us as well. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Let's talk to Tyrael. He gave a decent base of something, but it's not something I need. Unless I can downgrade it. If I can downgrade this, which I don't know if you can. Somebody said you could downgrade in this game. That would be kind of useful. Determined Steel Defender, Magic Sword. I need a specific pair of pants. I haven't been able to get it to drop. I mean, we don't necessarily need it for the build, but it's one of those things that's nice to have. Music is good. Infernal Homunculus. Your Archfiend skills deal 508. Interesting. I haven't seen this unique yet. Oh, we got the Scepter! Somebody told me about this. This was like freaking broken. Because basically you can now equip all the ultimate skills and you gain 15 ranks of them. I wonder if you can turn this into a talisman. Because I feel like that would be kind of crazy for this build. So I'm kind of happy I got that. Like, we could turn a lot of these things into unique charms. That's why I've been saving them. In case there was, like, something that was pretty useful. Let's chunk the rest of it. Let's see here. So far, so good. Get you. Intelligence I don't really need in the game. We'll do recast damage, recast damage. We'll put a glyph here. Demonologist is equipped to something. Let's put Eliminator here. Just for sake of it right now. We need a lot more willpower around here. Which is fine. I can also unequip it if I feel like. So these are how the boards are set up right now. I'm gonna obviously tweak it off of stream. Because I'm still kind of messing around with the build itself. Let's go to Tree of Whispers. Because I was using the minion build before, but I don't want to mess with the Paragon too much board. We need pants, which would be leg guards, correct? Solomon and Grundy want pants too. Give me the unique pants that I desire, or at least a base where I can convert to a unique. No, you didn't give it. How dare you? It's fine. I mean, in Diablo, sometimes you're going to have to loot farm anyway, and it's going to be a couple days before you get the thing to drop, because that's just how classic dungeon crawlers work. I'm just being greedy. Like, with the build the way it is right now, I don't really need those boots or those pants, because this will just carry, you know, this weapon, ancestral version we need, but, like, the build itself is going to carry us way longer than it should, perhaps. Oh, there is one thing for anybody that is playing this game right now, because I know Blizzard gave a head up on it. Please don't tell me I crashed the game there. Sometimes I don't like if you flip through things. There should be some free cosmetics in the shop today. Because there's like some World of Warcraft thing going on, so I think they said there was something free. Okay, yeah. So I'm not sponsored by Blizzard, by the way, when I say stuff like this. I just am pointing it out my own accord. So there's two free cosmetics right now. There's the symbol of the Horde, which is obviously from World of Warcraft, anybody that plays that, and the crest of the Alliance. I mean, they're nice to have. Because it's free, right? Do they matter much? It's debatable, but I think I can claim it the way I normally do. This isn't going to dox me, so don't worry.
It comes to you.
So if you're a fan of the World of Warcraft and happen to play Diablo 4, at least get the free stuff. I'm not applying that. And there's another free reward down here. This one is the Crest of the Alliance, which, if I remember correctly, is the good side. I'm more of a Horde player. Not that I've played a lot of World of Warcraft, keep that in mind, but I side with the Horde. I think the Horde is a little bit more cool of lore as opposed to Alliance. Goody two-shoes are not fun to play in certain campaigns. I mean, people will remember when I played Baldur's Gate 3 a little bit on stream, I played a Dirge campaign a while back. Alright, is there anything else free? Probably not. No, because this is the paid item shop. They have some really cool skins, but they're overpriced in my opinion. That's just my opinion. There's Warcraft skins that they released too. I was kind of hoping they'd give us at least one Warcraft skin. Maybe for free. But as you can see, you gotta pay with real currency. But hey, they gave us at least something for free. And you can't complain about that. There's some really, really cool skins. I'm surprised that we don't really have too many Warlock ones, though. Alright, back to the game, shall we? So I said I was gonna probably farm some bosses next. Let's get some of this, not that it really matters. Alright. So let's go farm some bosses, because I think I have a couple keys that I can use. Betrayer's Husk would be interesting to do, but I don't want to do that yet. We have 12 keys. So we're going to try to target farm, either to get like a mythic or a unique that we necessarily need. This is kind of a mixed bag, right? Because it's like, again, RNG. We could do it also on the herb boss. I might divvy them up because I don't exactly know where I can get my pair of pants that I need for this. Or excuse me, the boots that I need. I think it's probably the whole Pentium that's best. Again, I have heard that probably the boots that I want don't drop till Torment 6. But we still have to kind of finagle a little bit more Paragon levels, because I feel like we're not just there yet, as well as, like, we need Ancestral gear, like, full Ancestral gear, to be able to do that. Drop this guy, cast this. Alright, I cast that so I can do the auto shooting. I could. Nice. And then we just speed over this way. And get to the boss. We could have taken the regular route too. Either or. Alright, this guy's gonna summon. Pretty big. It's like we're casting non-stop shadows when you think about it. He hit me a little bit. How dare you? He's probably gonna get melted. Yep. As a Torment 4 boss. We dropped him like he was nothing. He gave me a ring. Gave me two-handed sword. Gave me pants. That's white base, which I might take. Anything decent here? Not even one. Okay, one unique. Yeah. That was not a good amount of loot there, but we'll farm him like a couple times. Again, same thing. Watch out for the beam. Don't get hit in the middle because that stuns you. Look at that. We just shredded him like it was nothing. Kind of hoping Belial shows up. Because if Belial shows up, we can do some tomfoolery here. Did you not give me a unique this time, bro? Are you for real? How many more greater keys do I have? 10. So I'm going to split these up. I have to use a greater key also when I open a chest, FYI. This is why I do a lot of Hell Tides off of stream, just so I can, like, do some boss runs. Also, because if not, like, I do prep a little bit before I come into these streams, just because, you know. Okay. We got shredded again. Give me something good this time. Oh, Belial, yes! Come on, Lord of Lies! Oh, there's some boss trophies. We don't have time for that. Come on, I'm ready for you this time. Maybe, potentially. Will you try and poison me? We killed him in what? 2 hits? We killed him in 2 hits? Are you for real? Oh, that's hilarious, man. Just deleting the bosses there, like, get out of here, nerd. That was insane. That was great. I feel power hungry. We could probably bump up the difficulty a little bit more. Boss trophy. Now people will be like, you're a sweaty gamer. Yeah, I am. That's kind of the point of what I do. I mean, I do enjoy the storylines and stuff in games, but I also... Stuff like this, getting more powerful and being fast, efficient farming is stuff I love to do too. You know? You can enjoy the story, but you can also enjoy to do things a certain way as well. You know? There's a nuance to it. Keep those pants. Get rid of the sword. Again, Because we're target farming for stuff. I would like a mythic, though. Still haven't seen a mythic. Ouch. Ouch. Ouchies. Ouchies, don't do that. Alright, you dead. Alright. Good. Open the chest that we can barely see. Oh. That was demotivating a little. How many keys do we have left? We have 8. I'm gonna go target another boss because we're not getting anything to drop from him. So usually in this situation, you want to just go target another one. You know, we can also then go fight Belial and we can pick our gear. And I think I can target Astaroth after a couple Betrayer Husk, and then maybe we'll get the boots that we need that way. In theory, you know? Butcher's Cleaver, oh joy, not really. I don't like the Butcher's Cleaver, but you know. It's something. Is it something good? No. Is it something great? No. But it's something that we can turn into talismans. You're probably gonna have to too, at some point. We can make those legendary charms, because I have an idea of one legendary charm I would like to use in this build. Alright. Let's go fight... Not Zero. I want the Beast in Ice. She's somewhere tucked away, I forgot. Is it this one? Oh, it's Varshan. Varshan doesn't really drop anything that I like. This is Lord Zero. He hasn't dropped anything that I particularly like either from him. Nothing that I would consider usable. There's the Beast in Ice. Alright, let's moving on up. I'll probably change the difficulty. And maybe we'll go to Tournament 5 and see after another run or two of this. The reason I do it this way is because we're trying to speed farm to get items that we need. So like, you want to do it on one that's a very comfortable level for you. Okay, good. Let's push her here. Activate. Roar. I'm not afraid of you, not in the least bit. How many stacks we got? Cast the ultimate. He didn't even have a chance to fight us. Give me your loot. You gave me a unique ring. That's something. Let's get the gloves. Pick this up. Okay. Let's summon him again. We're gonna keep doing this as many times as we have keys. And then I'm gonna target a different boss. Everything will make sense. Trust the process, as the saying goes. Get deleted, nerd. Huzzah! Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Are you just gonna drop unique rings? I don't need unique rings. Oh, at least we got a cosmetic trophy. That's nice. Those don't drop too often. Signet of Peleng? I don't know how to pronounce that. Phlegm? That's not phlegm, right? What else did we get? The Eightfold Idol. A different build uses this, not the one that I play. Eh. There's something tucked over here I can get rid of. How many keys do we have left? We have 6. Okay, I'm gonna use 2 more on this one. I'm gonna rotate to a different boss. Trying to get Belial to spawn also while I'm doing these runs. Keep that in mind, FYI. Because Belial, after you kill bosses a couple times, he might come to challenge you. And we can get Betrayer's Husk because if we kill him as a boss, we get anything that we want necessarily in the game, like some of the easier, harder materials to get. Let's open this. How dare you give me crap loot? One more. I refuse to believe he's only going to drop rings, because he can drop a lot more than that. Alright. Come on, have at this. Get deleted again. Nice. Let's open the chest that I can barely see. I might have to pick up some of this crap just to open it. Okay, we got pants. We also got this, which is okay. Let's get the dust material. Gonna have to pick up so much garbage to try to get it. Okay. This is where the loot filter comes in handy that I don't use that I should be using. Let's see. Oh, don't give me that again. I have so many of those and I can't really use them for anything. Okay, well, I mean, we're getting aspect farms too from this. Oh, hold up. We can upgrade that ring maybe? Is it worth it? I will probably no, I lose shadow resistance though, which you need for this build. Hold on to that. Okay, go back to base. We'll switch to an air boss. I think we'll do Zir, because Zir's like the only one that uses these particular keys. And we'll try to do Belial runs. I think we can do at least 1 or 2. And see if maybe we get lucky on the boots that way. Because we can always redeem for Astaroth rewards. Let's put 2 of... I'm running out of item space. I'm just picking up everything. Can I buy an Urcochet, I wonder? I can. Greed is good. As long as you have the money to pay for it, apparently you can do it. Alright, We said we were gonna do another boss, right? Correct. So let's do that. Go fight Lord Zir. For those of you who don't know, Lord Zir is a vampire. He's not a vampire like, you know, Edward Cullen or the guy from Damien, I think, or Damon. Was he from Vampire Diaries? My sister used to love that show. He's definitely not Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Even though I mentioned this a couple of streams back, I was more of a Spike fan than I was an Angel fan. Angel just felt too generic of a character for me. Okay, drop that. Good. Take that. Nice. Good. Let's go up this way. Alright, activate. I summon thee, Lord Zir. Have at thee. Man, he didn't even get to poison us. Give me something good from your key. Did we get the boots we needed, Dreadknights? Please manifest the boots for me. Manifest them. That's not the boots I need. I haven't seen this at all ever as a unique, so that's nice to have. Oh no. We don't get what we need still, after all this time. This should probably pick up the legendary stuff. I don't need that. I don't need that. Keep the 6, just because I could save it for a different character. Those I really don't need. What did we pick up? I think I have a lot of these too, but best case scenario, I can always put them in the cube. And I can convert them to a different one. Lord Zir, I summon thee again! Please give me better loot this time. Look at him, he crawls out of a blood pool, literally. Goodbye. I just summoned him to just slaughter him. Feels bad, man. Open sesame! Oh, better uniques? There's an ancestral glove tucked in there. That might be good. A ring? A unique focus. I haven't seen any... Soul Shard skills and their demons deal 80% damage casting. Ooh, interesting. I don't think I would use it for this build, but I have an idea of another build I could use it for. Fascinating. How many more keys do we have? Now that's the major question. 2 keys. Let's do 1 more, because we can only open up 1 more chest. And then from there, we'll pick on Belial for a bit. See if we can get the drop that I need. Peace out, bro. You cannot defeat the great and powerful Dreadscape Gaming. Open. A helm. There's a ring. And a chest piece. Only one unique that time. Crown of Lucion. I think I have a couple of those as well. Oh well, I mean, it's uniques. Were they great uniques? No, but I can turn them into talismans, or I can craft them into something else, or I can recycle them to make better rolls on them in case I decide, like, I get really bored of playing the most broken build, or I can save them for other characters in a rainy day, you know? It's something. We're just deleting things. Oh, hold on to that. Also, we're looking for, like, decent bases, so... upgraded gloves? Oh, those are ancestral gloves. I'm gonna hold on to that because I'll modify this build off of stream. So anything that I find that's ancestral. So we did get something good in the mix there.
You can take what's left.
Alright, nice. I need a purveyor of curiosities. We still don't have enough orbs to do that though, so we probably shouldn't. Alright, so next up, Belial. I'm gonna go fight the Lord of Lies in his, like, actual form, assuming that he hasn't been telling a lie, and that that's not actually his form either. You never know. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do this. Belial is tucked. Nope. That's Duriel, and we wouldn't be able to open the chest. Betrayer's Husk? We only have... Oh. How many do you need? I think 2, so we can't do Belial. Ah, Shimata. I have only 1 lair key left, and we can't open, so we're gonna have to do some Hell Tides to farm some boss keys again. Because we can also... In theory, what we can also do... is we could do another war plan, but I don't really want to do another war plan. Because I just want boss keys. War plan doesn't really drop that many boss keys, as opposed to, like, a Hell Tide. Helltide also has pretty good for me, particularly. Alright, wait on this. There we got our stacks. Nice, nice. Where are the enemies? That's the thing I want. Where's my enemies? Okay, there we go. Perfect. Drop it like it's hot. And the boots are only really good because it gives you never step for free whenever you evade, and it's also got like a faster cooldown. That's why I want the boots. Those are your, like, why are you so obsessed with these boots that you keep talking about? I think they don't drop to Torment 6, it feels like. Maybe after this I'll do a pit run to see if we could just get to Torment 6, because maybe it'll make my life a little bit easier. Maybe... Oh! That was my fault. Relics of Azeroth currency. I haven't seen that ever drop. That's new. How do you summon Azeroth? Does anybody know? Because I didn't play that season. I don't know if this is new for this particular expansion. See, you can die with this build. You just get kind of, like, caught up in an AoE attack that you're... Good. Are you gonna summon something for me? Please? Big baddie that's gonna get exploded on. Let's push this one. Good. Decent amount of damage. Good. Drop this here. We don't even really need the Rampage monster. I just use it mostly for, like, a tanky elite that I can't take out. Or, like, a really tanky boss. 120 for that. Let's continue to move around. Probably go for, like, a Gift of Protection. I'm also trying to speed through this because I'm trying to get another Trio of Whisperers, because there's a high chance I can get something else in that. Like, everything has purpose in this build. Look at how much cinders we get just so easily. Like, the game is almost playing itself at this point. Let's use this. 250, because that's a Gift of Mysteries. Alright, cool. Got a couple stacks here. That's nice. Good amount of damage. We just gotta keep our stacks up. Drop it like it's hot. There's a helm mixed in there. I'm very tempted to do the Blood Maiden, just in case I can, like, summon somebody to the field with me, because sometimes there'll be people lurking, in-game on the map. So you never know. I'm gonna do it. Also because materials might be worth it. Alright, let's cast this again. Keep our stacks up. Uh-oh. Good. Perfect. Sweet. Good amount of damage. Nice, nice. I don't see the big baddie just yet, which is the maiden herself. This is one maiden that's not nice that you want to take home with you. Just saying. Alright, avoid that. I'm not sure why I'm crowd controlled there, but it's not really gonna matter. True Whisper's activity. Also got orbs doing it, so it's good. Alright, I have 150. Let's start opening some chests. Actually, I have a better idea. Because what happens if we get a war plan that is requiring opening the chest? Then we'll get, like, a war plan done, too. So it might be in our benefit this one time to check out the war plans before some next level thinking. So let's go back to our main area. We'll talk to Teriel. And then from there, we'll just simply continue farming. I'll probably do a little bit longer today, maybe. Not a longer. Depending how I feel. Alright, Teriel. Do you got something good for me over here? Conquer a Nightmare Dungeon, Helltide Harvest. That's what I said. Let's see. Helltide Harvest? Helltide Harvest again, because I want to do that activity. Helltide Harvest again. Hit run. And we'll do like a Nightmare Dungeon. And that'll be the rotation for that. And we can do the Helltide pretty easily, because guess what? We farmed already for some cinders, so... a happy accident there, right? That's why I was like, you know what? Maybe we can do the war plans into this mix. And you don't have to rush to do the war plans either. That's the beauty of it.
Pardon me, stranger.
Pardon me, stranger. I'm not a stranger. I am the Wanderer. The hero of this story. Let's do this. Try to do that because I need the stacks to be able to keep the Dreadclaws up. Good. There's a chest not too far from here. Let's do that. Good stacks. Nice. 150. We don't have enough to open that one. File the statue. Stone Guardian. Somebody hit me. What did I do here? I don't know what I did to that statue, but they didn't like it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to deface it. It was like a statue of hatred, it seems. Who wants to be like a statue of hatred? For real, right? Having hate in your blood is a terrible thing. You shouldn't do that. Drop that. Okay, good. Push here. Go over here. Nice. Good amount. Go through here. Alright, we have enough to open that chest, but I think it would be more efficient to find a chest of protections right now. If we have, like, a chest of protection, jewelry. Oh, they want me to earn this. They know what I've been doing in terms of my... I don't want to say hacking, because it's not hacking, but they figured out my strategy for fast, efficient farming from the last Helltide. My life hack is gone, I guess you could say. It's fine. What do we get? Home. Go this way. And then we go over this way. Huzzah! Let's take care of this. Oh, there's somebody that was here already. Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Wasn't my intention. Good. Holy crap, that's lagging. I'm gonna move away. There's a chest over there. That's what I wanted to open originally. So push over there. My ear is ringing. Maybe that sound was way too loud. There's an old saying. It's a saying that Hispanics use, where if your ear rings on the left side, it means that somebody's talking bad about you. And if your ear rings on the right side, it means that somebody's talking good about you. I don't know how much truth there is to it. It's an old, like, Spanish. You know, one of those weird things that people say. You know, how much truth it is. It's like, you know, in Japanese, they say, like, if, you know, in Japanese culture, if you sneeze, it means that somebody's talking about you. Well, there's the Hispanic version of that would be the ear thing that I just told you about. Alright. Let's drop this here. Good. Perfect. Put these up. I think we can open that chest too. Should have more than enough. 170. Shouldn't even be an issue whatsoever here. Open the rings. Cool. Nothing in there, but that doesn't matter. Because there's somebody we can help here. Cool. Us playing like probably the same broken build. Yeah, it's basically us using the same broken build. We only got the blood bathing. And I got a unique for my trouble. What was the unique though? I'm not doing another one of those. Did you summon another one? Oh, okay. Probably thinks I gotta drop materials. I wasted my materials for something else anyway. Okay, so we can stay here and open the chest. I don't have to actually go back to Tyrael. That's kind of nice. Because I was concerned maybe we were gonna have to do that. Good. Perfect. Alright, nice. Drop there. Just here. Cool. Some of this. Okay, there's a chest over there. It's probably going to need 150, but we're close to it anyway. Yep, we are. Get rid of the petals, though. Get rid of these enemies. They didn't give me anything to drop. I need it, I want it, I deserve it, Dreadknights. Good. Is there an enemy that spawned there that we weren't able to kill? Seems a bit odd. We have enough to open in our chest, so I think we're gonna do it, but just trying to see if I can get another world event to happen. One where like a whole bunch of enemy waves start spawning. Ow, took some big damage there. It's fine. Alright. Protection. I'll do that because that's a little bit easier. And nothing really in these chests are going to be super significant, as you've seen. The really good loot is within the lair bosses. I was hoping to get some lair keys though, but apparently they realized I was just trying to farm the bosses too much. So the game's RNG will obviously try to shut that down. We also have boss trophies I can put into the key, which I will eventually. I'm just trying to go for like the most efficient farming on stream. Also need to do a pit run, see if we can do pit level 6. Which I don't think we're still ready for that, but I'm going to try for science. Especially now that we got some more busted stuff that we can work with. 125 to open that one. Okay, we could do that. It's not going to be too much of a problem, in my opinion. Just as long as we maintain our stacks. Good. Perfect. Nice. Drop that down. Sweet. Nice. Avoid that. No. Not good. Okay, good. Just hold back here. Get rid of that. How many more chests? One more chest. I need a chest of protection basically right now would be ideal. Alright. Burn through a lot of our mana there. But it's gonna regenerate pretty quickly. I guess they're looking for a chest too that they can open. Protection, great. Kelly out. Oh, hold that thought. See how I said that there's this area where you'll eventually, as you're doing Helltide, because of one of the things I picked in the tree, that there'll be things that spawn that give you boss keys and trophies and stuff. That was it. It also gives you the experience orbs, which is kind of nice, considering like late into the game. It's starting to, you see the experience points slow down. I gotta probably bump this up to Tournament 5, which I might do after this particular... I can't do it like in the middle of a war plan, to my recollection. I can do it after that. There we go. More orbs. More boss trophies. Boss trophies you basically put into the cube, and that give you rewards from the bosses, usually, that you would fight. I also have to look up about Astor's Peak. How did we get this many? Okay. Nice. Not complaining. We'll be able to open up a couple more chests, which means some extra rewards. No, 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 I'm sorry, sir. Not my fault. If you turn into a demon, I have to slay you. That's just the oath. The oath of the Warlock. I actually missed the Demon Hunter class, though. That was like one of my favorite classes to play in Diablo 3. And we have, yeah, the Rogue, and I know they've kind of improved the Rogue a bit to make them kind of have, like, barrage for the Demon Hunter. Oh, and then the world was that. Okay, well. Oh, I was trying to kill a person on the map. That's not good. Uh-oh. Big dude coming up. It's fine. He's gonna be a pushover. Did you give me good loot? You didn't. So why the heck did you summon yourself to my battlefield? How dare you? We can open up the orange chest. So that's what we're gonna do. The chest of mysteries, as it's called. That's not where I was supposed to be going. Dread is directionless, confirmed. I mean, this is actually a very valid point, because Dread, this is the only game where Dread usually will check the map for. But if, like, I'm playing, for the sake of argument, like Grand Theft Auto, I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5 in a while. Or if I'm, like, playing Mario Kart, and people who have seen Mario Kart streams, sometimes I'm super directionless in those games. I haven't played Mario Kart in a while, but again, I don't own a Switch 2 because there's just not enough games on the Switch 2 to make me want to play it, and I don't think people are interested in watching me play like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because that's been done to death, right, at this point? Yeah, for me, Switch 2, there's nothing on it that I care for that I can't already play like on a PC. That's no disrespect to Switch 2 owners, keep that in mind. It's like, I can play Elden Ring on PC. I can play... Oh, I can't open this chest. You know? I can play... Let's... Trying to plot, of course. You know, I can play Elden Ring on PC. I can play just about anything that's not exclusive. And the thing is, like, the most of the exclusives on the Switch 2 right now are not stuff that I'm interested in. Mario Kart World, eh. I usually am a solitary gamer, right? Like, I rarely play with friends and stuff. Most of my friends are too busy to play video games with me at this point. You know, IRL friends, let me put it that way, because I don't want people jumping to conclusions that don't necessarily exist. Because sometimes I gotta be careful with my words. But yeah, so, you know, most of my IRL friends don't game at this point. And when they do, they're like either very far away from me, or they play games that I'm not really interested in playing. So Mario Kart World, what's the point buying it, right? The other game like Donkey Kong Bonanza, it looked like fun, but I rarely watched somebody play it. I watched like a couple streamers play it, so I could just live vicariously for them. And, you know, like maybe if they make a Super Mario Odyssey too, that would probably get me interested in it. Like, I know there's allegedly the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake that is apparently going to be coming out. And allegedly it's going to be like 2 games because of apparently somebody that allegedly leaked it, but I don't know for certain. So, you know, like, if it's broken up that way, maybe I might be interested again, but like, I've already played Ocarina of Time to death. Like, I don't, even with a remake, as much as I appreciate the concept of remakes, do I really want to play through a remake? Probably not. I mean, I did for Resident Evil games, but even then it was like, Resident Evil 3 remake was terrible compared to the original Resident Evil 3. Like, it was barely the actual game at that point, so, you know? And I know a lot of people like, for example, Resident Evil 4 remake, but I didn't care for all the changes. I watched my good buddy Yerv play through it, and I didn't really care for the remake version of it. So it's like, I understand from the perspective of there are some gamers who have just never played the original, so a remake, updated, modern version is nice to have. But for me, who's probably played a lot of these games already, I don't really care too much. Like, the only thing I kind of cared about is obviously the Final Fantasy VII remakes. Because I love Final Fantasy VII. That's not, like, a great surprise to anybody. I will rant about it a lot. I'm still trying to see how I'm going to be able to fit in playing Final Fantasy VII on stream, because I'd like to play the OG one, but I would be down to, like, play the remake games eventually when, you know, the whole trilogy's out, because I'm almost certain there's going to be a bundle released for it. Gotta drop something. I'm gonna drop anything, because most of the stuff isn't going to matter for this build. Because that's in unique. What is it? Another one of the Cage of Madness? How many of those am I going to get? Oh, no, I mean... I'm just able to open all these chests because this build is just that damn good. Plus also the passives that I put from the war plan make things way smoother, because I can just get a whole bunch of cinders. I could get like a whole bunch of experience points. Like, case in point, we started stream like 165 and we're at like 170. And as you go higher up, it's harder to climb like Paragon levels for people who probably are not familiar with the Paragon system. Just done intentionally. There's stuff I want to break down, but there's so much, like... There's too much loot now. I'm not complaining. I feel bad for people who are still, like, in the beginning of the game, though, because they're not going to see this type of loot. And they're going to get, like, really discouraged, which I feel bad about that. It's like, this is a game you have to do long haul before you really start getting value out of it. Like, you got to invest so much time. I understand, like, for a lot of people, they don't have that type of time to do it. Alright. I think we've basically busted a Helltide, and there's only like 10 minutes left in it anyway. And I want to do it, like, continue to do some of the war plans. War plans is the endgame activity. And I also want to break down a lot of this stuff that we necessarily don't need right now. Oh, no, one of those. I'm gonna literally, like, somebody out there probably needs this for their build, and they're gonna be crying, but I have like 50 million of these at this point. And I don't really need to keep them. Hold on to that. Get rid of that. I have a bunch of these too, which is kind of ironic. So somebody out there needs this for the Warlock minion build, which I showed off yesterday, and somebody's gonna cry about that too. Junk it.
You take care now.
Do I really want to keep these? I'll keep one pair of that, because junk it. Alright. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. I want to see if I can downgrade that, but not just yet. We also have the Tree of Whispers that we can redeem here. You know, so... Like, the last remake game that I kind of liked was Resident Evil 2 Remake, because I thought it was way better, and it expanded on a lot of things that weren't necessarily expanded on. Leg guards. Gotcha luck right now. Do we get the unique boots out of this? We do not. Cry and vomit. Okay, well. There's our stuff mixed in there. I thought this was gonna give me boots. It didn't give me boots. Dread is not happy about that. Dread wants to cry. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. This is what ARPGs are about. At least dungeon crawlers, you're just going to be doing a whole bunch. Let's go do the pit run. For the war plan, so that way we're not, like, really wasting any motion. Oh, because I'm already in base. Is there a place I can do pit from here? It doesn't seem like it. Let me see. There's no pit thing here, an obelisk? Is it tucked away? No. Why didn't you let me teleport, game? What were you on? Why didn't you let me teleport? Hmm. Taking a sip of hydration, in case you're wondering. Now it teleported me. That was random as... You know what? I'll put it at Torment 5. So we should be able to handle Torment 5. And then I think maybe when I do close out stream, I'll do like... Try to attempt to get to Depth 6. Because I think that's like a good thing to attempt. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we got our stacks. The most important thing, so that I can just constantly shoot these without having to do any, like, super big work here. Okay, good. Oh, I hate this map. I really do. Look at this. Just to get to this area. Look at how much work I had to do. I don't think that was worth it. Oh, don't want to die. Those damn AoE blades are always annoying. I feel like you see them too much in this game. I understand, like, certain damage modifiers, like, that's the dev's vision, but seeing that many swords always dropping, after a while, that's kind of, I don't want to say synthetic difficulty, it does kind of feel like that. Alright, just explode these guys. Perfect. I know why people play this build, because it's just, I don't want to say it's brain dead, because it's not, because obviously you have to maintain your stacks as well as do other things. As you go higher up, it gets a little bit more difficult. But it is like brain dead easy. Like, he could be not super good at this. And again, like, I would put myself maybe on that. I will say though, the servers are pretty laggy today. I guess because maybe there's more people jumping on this game now. Which again, I feel really for like the mid-game players, because once they realize they're not going to get as many uniques as I've been getting on stream, because they're going to be on the lower difficulty settings, that I feel like it's going to turn them away. Which kind of sucks, because I want to see more people playing Diablo 4 and Diablo games in general, because I love Diablo as a genre. Just like, this stuff to me is incredibly fun. Okay, good. Nice. Good. I thought we had already done it. Yeah, so I'd say we're about, in terms of skill, in terms of where we are in terms of Torment difficulties, we're like Torment 5. That's about where our power scaling is right now. We're definitely not a 6. I think it's take a lot of work for 6. I think to be at 6 we'll need like an entire set of Ancestrals. Which I think is still gonna be kind of a bit of ways. You know, depending. Drop these guys here just so I can get some resource gen. I wonder what happened with my stacks there. Would be happy. Uh-oh. Sorry, the audio on the game cut out. This is like a glitch that's been happening with the game. My apologies for this. I don't know why it's been happening lately. I feel like I have to probably update my graphic drivers. So I will continue to do this pit run, and then I will restart the game. And we will, I feel like it happens every so often. I feel like sometimes if I'm going too quick in this game, because of all the different sounds, and I think it also has to do with the audio thing that I'm using on my computer, that sometimes is like having a conflict with this game after the recent update. I'm sorry that, like, it's not that I muted the game, keep that in mind. It's not that I muted it. It's something that then requires like a restart. It happens too frequently lately. I have to actually send a ticket to Blizzard for this, because I feel like this is only happening after the update, because it didn't happen before it. It is pretty odd, to say the very least. Alright, let's push over this way. We're almost there. And again, I know that there's not, like, the audio cut out in the game. It's not me. I can't do anything to fix it until I restart the game. It's a weird glitch. I've read some people have experienced it, but it's not, like, super wide scale that I could pinpoint. It only happens in this game. I have to try in other games and see if it happens, but, you know? Also, you know, with the multitude of updates that happen to, like, Windows and stuff, sometimes Windows breaks things that it shouldn't necessarily. Ironically, now I can't even tell if my stacks are up because I'm used to hearing the sound. So, again, my apologies for that. We'll continue to push here, and then I will restart the game so that we can get game audio. It's very odd that it happens. It's a little concerning, to be honest. Okay, I think that's the boss. It is. And that's it. Alright, so I'm gonna... Please bear with me. I'm gonna restart the game after we do this. And... let's upgrade the glyphs that we can. So we can get big and strong. Alright. Let me get out of there. I'm gonna back out of the game. I'm gonna throw B right back up a second. And we'll continue a little bit more. I'm not going too much longer. Thank you for waiting. Restarted the game. It should be coming back up here certainly. I don't know why it's been doing that with the audio. I've noticed it like after the recent patch update. I didn't have that problem before. Or probably after stream I'll update my graphics drivers just in case. You know, I think it's an audio related one. I haven't updated my graphics drivers in a while. Generally because I like to stay on an older version in case it's like a little bit more stable. Alright, we're back in it. Okay, so we have one more thing that we have to do for the warplanes. Alright, so this is... oh no, it's the same dungeon again. I hated this dungeon the first time. I really don't like it this time. Because I don't know if you need, like, the conviction thing to be able to, like, progress, but, you know, we'll deal with what we have to deal with, right? Okay, we get our stacks. Still haven't got our stacks. Okay, now we got our stacks. Because you gotta keep your shadow form stacks to be able to do this. So if you're just joining us, we're playing Diablo IV. Just doing endgame activities with the Dreadknights Warlock build. It's basically considered the S tier build in this game right now. There's nothing really that can really overtake it per se. I mean, there's a couple of Warlock, not Warlock builds, there's a couple of Paladin builds that come pretty close. But they're not as, like, this is just kind of, like, really busted. Because obviously, since it's the new class from the new expansion, they're gonna make the newer classes way more busted. I gotta destroy a Drow. At least this one was a... oh, hold on. Go on. At least this one was a little bit more... wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but... I'm trying to get my stacks. Let's do this here. Okay, that gave me my stacks. And we should have a lot of them now. We can maintain our damage output. Actually, damn, here for that. I mean, we'll do it because this is like free experience points, so there's like events and usually Nightmare Dungeons give a little bit more. Unless they've changed it, I don't know. This is possibly it's changed since when I was playing back in the day. Because I remember back in the day, like for the first season of Diablo IV, all you did was grind Nightmare Dungeons. Which, to be honest with you, after a while got a bit stale. So I appreciate that they've done a lot of endgame activities. More fun ones, to say the very least. Okay, good. Let's drop that. So actually supposed to summon the glue. That's fine, we lost our stats. Some stuff up. Okay, good. Nice. I'm gonna drop a big guy there just for sake of argument. Again, the reason why we're doing this is because I'm trying to get the event XP. Gotta reset our stacks. Nice, nice. Probably not gonna give anything significant out of this chest. Rarely do you ever see a... I stand corrected. I was about to say rarely do you ever see a unique drop from them, but we got kind of lucky. I need a unique pair of boots, though, not a unique pair of pants. Lair key. There's also a boss trophy, which I'll show what boss trophies do in a little bit. In case you don't know. Let's push over this one. Good. Summon another one, just so we can maintain the stacks. Found a rusted key if it lets me pick it up. I think we're going to use that rusted key, probably somewhere northward, I would assume. Yep, it's going to be over somewhere around here, I would say. Okay, good. Perfect. Boss is available. Rinse, recycle, repeat. This thing's going to go down super quick. It's not going to be able to handle this. 3 hits and it's done. Nice. Okay. We also get this extra chest, which is kind of nice. I need the tuning stuff, and I also want the rune words. And anything that's a rune word we're taking, because you never know when we can recycle that. Pure primordial. I need an enhanced primordial. I'm not gonna pick up any more set charms because I have like a bunch of them at this point. Teleport. Huh, that's an interesting game choice. Okay, so we've completed our war plan, but we're probably not gonna have a lot of space. I haven't seen this, Tyrant's Grasp, so that's a new unique. That's nice to know. Night Peak. Protector Doom Cascade. Slightly better boots, but not by much. Or have Ancestral, but we'll save it for now. Let's get the Carnage. Needle Flare Molten Lotus. I don't need that. Horns builds. Not necessarily like the greatest builds in the world in this game. At least at the moment. Maybe in the future. Excuse me, a little bit tired. Okay, let's pick these up. I don't know why I'm picking them up, because I'm really not going to use them. Unless they give me a good base. Which it doesn't look like any of these are going to give me a good base. Yep, none of these are giving me a good base. Dread is sad over that. Well, can't get everything you want. You have so much gold, though. I'm gonna save them, because these things you use for bases now, ironically. What the hell? Give me what I desire, game. And it's not this bad loot. Alright. Let's chunk this. Let's look at the tree. Is there anything else here? Recast damage? Do recast damage. We have 2 points. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is go over here for this, because resistance to all is kind of important endgame. You can also go there for total armor. This is going to be like kind of important for what we're building to next. Let's look at the Tree of Whispers. What could we do for an upgrade path here? I can finally learn this, and I can start maybe crafting mythics. Freaking nice. So that's going to be beneficial. Because we do need a mythic for this build to take it, like, truly endgame. That's why I really was doing a lot of the war plans, and why it's, like, in your benefit to do them, too. I don't know what's next. I could look at whatever war plan it is. Is this a world boss that's spawning now? That's a Legion event. Legion events, I really don't have a point to do those. Do I have any boss keys? Okay, let me actually show you something else here. So in the Heretic Cube, you can transmute some items, right? So you see how every time I was getting like a boss trophy? These are the boss trophies. You can put these in the cube to get a unique of some sort, depending. So you go over here, Amalgamation, I guess is how you pronounce that, and you can just transmute. It takes a certain amount of them, depending on what it is, and you gotta hold the Y button for me and controller. So put that in my stash. I don't really need that. I don't really need that either. Please be the boots I need. It is not the boots I need. That's like a little bit demotivating there, but we can also then, with Lord Zir's blood, same thing again. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I feel like the item that I need that's a unique is only gonna drop from Astaroth, it seems. Alright. Let's get rid of that. I don't need that. Get rid of that. I don't need that. Can't do anymore. So let's put that trophy back. And that's how you get, like, a lot of uniques, too. It's kind of crazy. I do appreciate that. Because, like, I have, like, a whole bunch of items that were like this that are probably now I can just put in my internal characters to kind of... I don't need that. I don't know if you can get an Ancestral from this. It'd be kind of funny. Why is it giving me just the gloves? Surely you drop something else besides that. I feel like I was cheated there. Look at all this. I have so many of those gloves that I don't want them anymore. So we're actually going to dust them. Same thing for these. I have way too many of them at this point that it's not even beneficial to keep them. Same with this stuff too. I have so many of these at this point too. That we're just like seeing on items that we probably shouldn't. I don't have a lot of those. It's an Ancestral, so we'll keep it. So none of these are Ancestral. Let me double check. So you can get an Ancestral to generate from those. Good to know. I have a lot of that. I don't think I have any of that. That's new. We'll keep... Ooh, Night Terror. I got it. I actually needed this. Your Abyss skills deal 9-point increased damage for each stack of Shadow Form. I actually needed this for this build. So we did get one item I needed for it, which it's nice to have it. I'll have to play around with the build off of stream, though, because I need to move this stat with Hex to one of the rings, or one of the other pieces of gear. So we got one thing that I really needed. It was Ancestral Unique Amulet, too. So that was good. Again, we just still didn't get the boots, though. So I'm happy about that. Move it somewhere. I gotta fix this box up crazy later. This is like an organized box. I don't need that. I don't have any of those. I don't remember if I have any of that either. This was Ancestral, so we'll claim it. So, you know, like, even then, still doing all the activities we did, we got, like, a lot of uniques to rain down. It's just you gotta use the cube a lot, which... The game really doesn't tell you too much of this information. Not that I'm complaining, I obviously know this stuff. Alright. I think I still have a boss trophy. Right? Yeah, because we have Varshan. So maybe we'll get lucky with Varshan pieces. No. I think it only drops Orphan Rings here. Starstorm, I don't use that skill. I can't do any more with that. Good to know. And we have 2 shards of agony. Or agony. Excuse me. I don't think I can transmute to. No, I can't. Unlucky. Alright, so let's look around here. We have only 1 greater lift key. We have 3 husk. I think you need 2 to open that. 1 greater rift key. 4 layer keys. Reval hasn't really dropped anything significant for me. Beast and Ice really didn't give us anything. Lord Zero definitely didn't give us anything. And I don't think I can do... Anybody know where Andariel is? Did they, like, take her away? She's a greater rift key. She probably has the loot that I need, but because we haven't got more greater rift keys to drop. Alright, so I'm gonna do something crazy for science here. Okay? So I'm gonna boot up the difficulty a little bit more. So we're gonna go to Torment 5, and I wanna, like, try to kill a boss on Torment 5 super quick and see if our drop rates get a little bit better. It might be worse, but I need to for science here because we're like Paragon 171 at this point. Out of a possible 300. Alright, so let's go use our favorite punching bag first, right? Just for science. We'll go over here to the Hall of Penitent. Or Penitent, right? And we'll kill him, hopefully super quickly, because if not, then we have to bump down the difficulty again. If we're not doing it fast and efficient, there's no point to do it, to be honest. Good. These small fries we can pretty much ignore. Okay. Now, let's start squaring up with this boss and see how we can do. Sure, I think we'll be fine. Because we were melting him on Torment 4. I probably shouldn't have summoned that quickly. It's fine. Oh, you hit hard, but I hit harder. Yep, we can still melt him, even on Torment 5. The build is way too strong. Will our loot chances be better? I got 2 amulets, and I have a guess that it's going to be the same to... Well, there's a decent base mixed in there. Boss trophy. I'm not going to pick up any more of those. They weren't ancestrals. It's all stuff that I already have. Well, that's... I think I have that too. I mean, at some point I even, like, everything feels the same. Alright, onward. 1, 2, oop. Not good. Alright, just drop it. Get the stacks. Get melted. Get melted. Get melted, nerd. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's open another one. Gloves. I would love to see a mythic at some point, right? Because if not, then it's just stuff I don't necessarily need. Another one of those gloves. Jeez. After a while, it's like, come on, bros. As much as I bump the difficulty up, give me something better. How many more keys do we have? 2. Alright, let's switch to a different boss. So I don't want to waste the keys all in the same spot. We'll go back to the Beast and Glacier Ice. I want, honestly, a Belial to spawn. Because if I can get a Belial to spawn, we're good. It's really about Belial at that point. Alright. Let's see here. Slay the Beast and Ice. Wait, I have... Okay, I have enough to then open. Because I always have to check for the key, too. You know? Because if the key, it's not worth it. Because then you can kill the ball. You know, you need a key to open the door, and then you need a key to open the chest. I wish they kind of rework it so you didn't need a key to also open the chest, because I just feel like that's counterintuitive to the system. Trying to get in here to sneak by. Okay, good. Perfect amount of damage here. Good. Let's go up this way. Alright. Here we go. For science. For science, Dreadknights. But we're melting bosses on Tournament 5 too, so, you know. I think we probably could get to Tournament. Wow, this one didn't even stand a chance. A Tree of Whispers too. Nice. Open. Ring. And that's all we get out of that. And I have a lot of those rings too at this point. I have a lot of all of this. Unless it was like ancestral dropping here, it's basically useless. And I'm not really going to turn those particular skill uniques into charms because none of that was beneficial for this particular build. If I had a different one, maybe. Alright. Let's go to Tree of Whispers, redeem our cachet. And then from there, continue onward. Not too much longer though. I wanna conserve my voice because I'm gonna need it for next week. I just wanted to do a little bit more.
Come back if you need work.
Alright. I'm hoping it gives me 2 sparks right away. Because then we could do some critical stuff for this build.
It is done.
Leg guards. Okay, come on, leg guards. Please give me the unique I want. Oh. It still didn't give me the thing I wanted. How dare you? Did it give any sparks at least? It did not. Life is pain, and pain is love, and love is pain. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. I wanted the spark out of the freaking cachet. Is that a little too much to ask for? Probably. I just want the boots, and the boots, we don't really need it for the build. It's just like, we'll get Never Step as our evade, which is kind of nice to have at this point. But man, the game ain't making it easy for me to get that loot drop that I want. I'm gonna have to probably push through to Torment 6. It really looks like I'm not gonna get it until I get to Torment 6. Screw it. Let's try to do a pit run and see if we can get to Torment 6, but let's go back to like the main area of the DLC, or expansion, excuse me. And we'll try there. Because I don't know if our damage output is good enough for Torment 6 just yet, but I'm going to put it to science for the hell of it. I mean, we did 5 fairly easily, so I don't think the bump to 6 is going to be too much in theory, but it could be. I can't have a Butcher show up, though, because the Butcher ruined the last run, where we completed it, but it didn't count to unlocking Torment 6 because I didn't get to kill the boss. It worked for the not the Helltide, the Warpland, but it didn't work for the overall thing. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, this is looking promising, because if we're deleting things... Oh, this is looking very promising. Oh, baby, this is looking very promising. I guess we are ready for Torment 6. It's looking like it, boys. Okay. Let's go. We're unlocking way more power. It's because of the 5-piece talisman set that we got on stream. In the beginning of the stream, I didn't have it. And then we got finally the last piece to go. I mean, we got a lot of good loot drops. I can't complain. I never do. And again, for, like, Diablo, particularly as a game, it's about the journey, not so much the destination. I enjoy, like, the long game, because I just get to, you know, slowly make my character more powerful and stronger, and then I can challenge myself with harder difficulties, and then I can do stuff like speed run through a bit run like this that I wasn't expecting to. It's like a nice, happy little accident, so to speak. I find games like this incredibly fun. Like, I love it because I get to min-max and stuff. Like, it's just fun. Nice. I did make a mistake there. It's fine. No, I hate being feared. Alright. Get those stacks up. Good. If you hear a noise, somebody apparently is cleaning a grease trap in the front restaurant outside. I apologize for that. I don't have control over stuff like that. That's what happens when you live in a noisy city. Time to time. Let's go for here. Well, and we still get the stacks. Holy crap, this freaking thing is busted as you know what. And I still maintain the stacks too, and I can still do that. I can cast that if I want to get more axes off. I don't know if we really need the necklace for this build, I'm tempted to not put it on. I feel like whatever we have now is working a lot better, but I could be wrong on that. Look at this, like I didn't remember when we did the last hit that, like we're really doing this type of damage output. Yeah, the charms really this 5-piece charm set. Without that, you really can't optimize this build, so it's like necessary to have it, which is good to know for science, right? I got caught to something. I don't like that. Let's heal up a bit. It actually disrupted my stats, which I'm not happy about. Okay. There's a lot of ways to keep our shadow form stacks up here, so we're good. We're Gucci fam. I could keep popping the ultimate, as you see here. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Aww. Use this here, because this looks like it's tomfoolery coming up. I'm gonna ignore that enemy, because it's just trying to, like, screw us up for what we're trying to accomplish here. So just completely ignoring it would be better, as opposed to, like, completely screwing up our run. Okay, good. Let's continue to push here a little bit. Nice. Good amount of damage. I probably shouldn't have used that. It's fine. Put back my stacks up a different way. There we go. Nice. This is why you need the boots that we didn't get the drop, unfortunately. Yeah, we're definitely going to clear through pit 6. Nice. Wonder what boss we're going to fight, though, to be honest with you. Careful the AoE damage, because some of these enemies like to do AoE. Good. Do I have the stacks? I do. Felt like we were having our stacks drained by something. I'm not quite sure what. Good. Keep pushing that. Alright. Maintain our stacks with Never Step. Never Step is a really good skill. Okay, drop that. Why'd you do that, Dread? Because we ran out of stacks. So now we got him. There's the boss mixed in there, I think. Yeah, wow, the boss got melted. Ooh. Let's go. I think also on top of this, I might have finished like a seasonal journey by doing that. Alright. Upgrade, 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 because these are the stuff that's carrying us. Let's go, Dreadknights. Let's go. That means that we've officially unlocked Torment 6 difficulty on top of that. Which means now I will have an easier time, hopefully, farming those boots. Which is great. I mean, and the higher up we go in the difficulties, the higher chances of ancestral gear, too. It's kind of super important.
You know where to find me.
Alright. So I believe that should unlock Torment 6 difficulty. And we should probably fight our Torment 6 boss, right? Yep. We unlocked Torment 6 now. Let's, for science, fight a Torment 6 boss, just so... I know people are going to be like, why the hell you're doing it, Dread? Because you probably don't have the keys for it anyway. You see this here? This gives me a spark, which I kind of need, because I need to craft the mythic for this build. On top of that, gives me more Paragon points. On top of that, there's a chance of a mystery cachet, and because of what we have, on top of that, more Forgotten Souls, Smoldering Ashes. So, now that we're at 6, this is kind of great. Because there's so many different things we can do. We can fish, or, you know. We've opened up a lot more of endgame systems as we continue to progress. And this build is like... It's it. This build is really, really good. So... Let's try to get a Lair Boss key. Because I feel like we don't have a Lair Boss key, so we'll do a Helltide. And then from a Helltide, what we'll do is the boss I think that's probably where I'm gonna call it for the day. I will probably still be playing off a stream. I'm a bit tired, you know. I don't want to talk too much because obviously I had like a 5-hour stream in the beginning of the week for this game, where I did like the story campaign. You know, holy crap. Is this build just that damn good? Yeah. Build is really just that damn good. No work required. I mean, hey, it feels good to be able to just, like, blast through things easily, though. You know, considering how much, like, we were... I don't want to say we were struggling with the minion build, because we weren't, definitely. But, oh, man. It feels good to be on the powerful side for a change. Check this out. That stopped my stacks. It did not. Okay. Sure. Let's see. Okay, good. Let's get some of these stuff here. Nice. And we're so powerful, Dreadknights. You know, I don't know how many of you are familiar with He-Man, but you know, I got the power. That's how I feel right now. Funny story, the actual creator of He-Man passed away. He was like 93 years old. The only reason I found out about that, I was like doom scrolling through, I guess you could say, Twitter, X, whatever the hell you call it. And it was just like randomly showed up on my feed. I was like, oh man, that's sad. And loss of life in general is always sad. Even, you know, there's some people who be like, oh, well, he was old, he lived a long life. That is true. But I feel like it's a little insensitive when you say that to people. Like, you know, it's just like when people pass away that are like terminal, and you'll have like somebody at a wake, they'll say, oh, well, you know, he was sick because he was terminal. You know, that's like super insensitive crap to say. I get like annoyed when because that's one of the reasons I don't really go to funerals anymore either, because some people have like the worst type of takes at them. So I don't do funerals. You know, I wouldn't even want to attend my own funeral at this point. But, you know, like it's super... Some people say stuff, like, I know it's kind of crazy. Oh, got unique pretty quickly, so... Already, Tournament 6 is looking pretty good for health odds. We're not really struggling in terms of, like, stuff that's, like, you know? Because once we put, like, a couple of points into the Paragon board, too, which is what we did this stream, like, these small incremental things, it makes a lot of huge difference, guys. Like, so much a huge difference. Like, again, too, I really would like to see more people play this. This, Rawa? I think that's how you pronounce it. Rawa? Panfera? I think is how you pronounce it. From Hollow, and she was, like, trying to get into Diablo IV, which I thought was kind of cool. I've seen a couple of people from Hollow play, Diablo IV, but didn't, you know... Kiara played it a while back, if I recall correctly. And... who else played it? Also Hollowstar's member played it a while back, like, the whole group of them. Nobody really stuck with it, so, you know. And again, this is like one of these games where it's not everybody's cup of tea in the way that the game itself launched into the state. But I think it's kind of cool that people trying to give it a chance again. Because there's so many good mechanics now. Like, I thought I couldn't even push Torment 6 today, and then it's like, oh, happy accident. I can push Torment 6. This is great. But again, you need, like, a really good meta build to kind of push the higher levels. I don't think any... Like, I don't think we would have ever gotten to Torment 6 with the minion build the way it was going, despite the fact that we had more uniques on that build than we did this. There's just some skills that are way too good and work way too well. It looks like we don't see Whites drop anymore, which is great. Okay, cool. Gotta watch out. I was trying to avoid that. I was really trying to avoid that because I knew we were, like, mixed up. We were too aggro there. Oh, no. Game audio cut out again. Let me open the chest. I feel like we're gonna need... I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh no. I want that ruin because it's a very rare ruin. That was more so I got distracted because of audio cutting out again. Reset the game again. Really got to figure out why this game's doing it. I'm gonna probably just update the graphics card and the drivers, and that should probably fix it, even though I don't think it's a grapher. I think it's just they put out a update that's making things go a little bit cookie, per se. Oh, okay. I want to open a chest. Oh, I also want to get that rare rune word, so let's do that now. And I'll back out of the game. After I open chest, obviously, we open the chest. Alright, let me back out. I'll do it again. Because the other solution is usually restarting your computer, but I don't want to restart, obvious, because OBS, I don't plan to, like, continue with that. So I apologize again. It's annoying. I have to figure out why the game's doing that. Alright, game's coming back up here. We're just gonna kind of close out the rest of today. I think maybe what happened, looking at my temperatures to make sure here, I think maybe potentially what happened is I did change a setting because I thought it was better or worse, and I think like the setting that I put for Diablo might be broke something, which is causing it after the update. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix the settings back to the way I had it before we jump in. It's like a very simple setting here, right? So I'm under my graphic setting because I thought it was better to have it at balanced. It was originally recommended for me to have it at quality setting. Higher image quality than balance mode. I thought dumbing it down was better. I feel like that might be a problem. Let's save it. Oops, don't want to mute the audio there. Sound settings here, as you can see, it's just very simple. I had it originally set for studio reference, but I don't think that really fixes things here. So, let me just double check on my temperatures here a second. I don't want to make sure that they like spike crazy. Because, you know, this game runs a little bit hot. I'll probably update my graphics driver, because probably after the update there's something going on with the graphics driver too. Okay. Shall we continue? Just a little bit more. Because we already streamed, what, 2 hours and 32 minutes? So, probably round it up to 3 hours, and that's like a good number to end on. Because you won't see me again. So, game audio should be back. Let me double check again. I'm sorry. You won't hear for a second, but I want to troubleshooting. 82. Yeah, so I think it was just quality mode. I don't know. Sometimes you change a setting thinking that it's better, and it turns out to be worse.
Huh.
You'd be like that sometimes, Dreadknights. Alright. Continue your farm there. See if we can get these boots to drop. Alright. Let's go. Onward to victory. Torment 6 difficulty with a very busted build. Alright, let's do that for the stacks. We didn't get the stacks there. I'm a dum-dum. Okay, there we go. Now we have the stacks. That's this. Okay. Now we start profiting. I do have to be careful though, because Warlock is actually a very glass cannon type of class. If you played older Diablo games, think of the Necromancer and Diablo 3 in particular. Like, they're very, very frail. So you have to be kind of careful, especially this hard. Up. Is that a loot goblin? It is. Great. Yes. It was a loot goblin, is actually the better answer there. Oh, we're gonna steal your bag of loot. Feels bad, man. Okay, good. So you push this. Nice. Look around over here. Do I have enough to open a chest? I do. Okay, great. Let's look for the closest chest here. Okay, good. Looking for boots. That's what we're trying to get. A pair of unique boots that will help us so that whenever we dodge, we automatically cast Never Step instead. Which is very good for what we're trying to accomplish with this build. So help us maintain our stacks. So that, you see how the Dreadclaw is automatically casting? Because you're keeping the stacks up. Which is kind of nice. I'm going to take care of some of these small fries here just in case there's something of value up that way. Nothing, so that was kind of a waste of a rotation. Let's open that chest. It's a chest armor. I was actually hoping for legs, boots. Nothing good. How dare you. It's fine. On to the next one. Take care of some of these guys. Uh-oh, these guys are very tanky. Be smart how we do this. Okay, good. See, because they're gonna drop like a ring of fire. That would have killed us. Okay, anything else? Yes, Forces of Hell. That's exactly what I want to see. I want them to increase so that we have a possibility of fighting a really big, angry mob. Something that gives us experience points and something that gives me a boss key. Because I'm trying to finish the seasonal journey for Chapter 6, which requires me fighting a lair boss. And I don't have a key for a lair boss. I don't want to do this. We're going to ignore that. I'm just going to kind of shift this way instead.
We fight, we live.
What is this? Blood Maiden? Yeah, sure, why not? Be fun. Let's cast this. You notice my stacks disappeared there for a minute. Maybe we could technically do this too for experience. And also to increase the Helltide level. Why not? Good. Amazing. Phenomenal. Let's also cast an ultimate here, just for good measure. Amazing, again. Take care of you. Goodbye. Again, pretty much speed and efficiency. That's the Diablo methodology. I mean, you don't have to go super fast, but this particular level, let me move back because it is going to cast something. Yep. It's the Pentagram of Death. Ironically, we killed it from far away thanks to our minion. Got away for the fire thing. Give me a unique. Give me a unique. It's not a unique. How dare you, game? How dare you tempt me with good loot that's not good loot? Okay, good. Gotta open our chest. And perfect. I mean, we climbed so high in the levels today. We went from Torment 4 to Torment 6. Max level is Torment 12. I don't know anybody that's on it yet, outside for... I always mess up his name, but Wujio? He's like the best speedrunner of Diablo games, usually. I know he's at, like, Torment 12. I think Rax might be, too. Because I know Rax usually... when he does play the game, because I know he doesn't play all the time, because he was kind of a little bit like me, too. Or you're a little bit on the fence about certain things with Diablo. I think, obviously, with the Lord of Hatred expansion, it's gotten much better. I enjoy it. Like, I've been spending a lot of time just grinding non-stop. I've been having fun. I can't say that anything in my experience so far of Seasonal Journey has been unenjoyable. You know, obviously, I still think for, like, newer players. Not so much for people who are seasoned veterans like myself and other people. But I do feel like that level 1 through 70, you have to do a little bit more than just have like yellow and blue loot. I'm not saying that like, legendaries should drop all the time, because that makes the game too easy too, right? That's a big problem that a lot of people have with Diablo 3, that their stuff is just dropping from the sky all the time. Like, I get that, but I feel like it needs to be a little bit fixed up. Because the thing about it is, like, with newer players, they're not going to see any major loot, and they're trying to progress through the story, right? And they're not going to maybe be familiar with ARPG old school mechanics, right? So them, to themselves, hold that thought while I take care of the Blood Maiden here. Ooh, whoa, these small fries are getting in the way. Hold that thought a second, okay? Oh, you are kind of tanky, queen. I knew she was going to kill me, too. That's why I was like, hold on for a second. It's okay, we'll do a run back. Maybe we're not ready to fight a boss at Torment 6. There's a possibility. It's okay. This is just good practice, so we know exactly what our walls are and what aren't. I'm going the wrong way like a genius now. I'm surprised there's nobody on the map, though. Not that I'm asking for help, but holy crap. I don't know how we're gonna hit her, to be honest. Just like, she's playing the ultimate keep-away game with us right now. I can't even touch her. And we have all these small fries getting in the way, too. Come on. Oh, we gotta be careful here. If I don't talk for a couple seconds, just know I'm trying to lock in. Okay, there we go. Locked in. We just had to play that a bit more passive because we can't get like up close and personal with her. Where's there a chest? There's one over there, but that's going to cost 150 cinders that we don't have. I guess we should get a couple more cinders. For troubles. How'd I get off there? Okay. Also, I'm trying to like get a boss key. Just so I can do seasonal journey thing. Once I get that, we're pretty much going to wrap for today. I don't stream on weekends. I will be back on Monday with a special 6th anniversary stream. Can't tell you what it is yet. I want it to be a little bit of a surprise. But I do have some announcements coming too. I will make, I guess, on social media. Probably tonight. Unless I decide to do it tomorrow. It really depends. I always, like, when I do announcements, I try to avoid doing announcements when other people are doing announcements, just because, you know, I don't want to make it look like I unintentionally, like, stealing people's thunder. You know? Sometimes it happens. Okay. I looked away for a second, and it was a long time, but that's okay. Nice. Sweet. Get some resources back, maintain our shadow. Still don't have 150 to open up that weapon one now, so we're gonna have to cause a little bit of trouble here. Let's try to spawn some demons. Maybe we conjure our own demons. Nothing there? Wow, game, you really don't want me to open that chest, do you? Okay, let's push this way. Maybe this chest will be a little bit better. Okay, good. Gotta manage my resources here. Good. That's 150. We have 127. Is there another chest that's near here that is easier to open? That's the million-dollar question, Dreadknights. Have you seen any? Alright. Let's push this way. Great. Wait on this. Okay. Gotta maintain my resources. That's why I used the command fall in there. What number are we at now? 153, correct? Okay, sweet. Let me just take care of this. Pop that. And I died right away, so we just lost the cinders. Oh, Diablo, I hate when you do that. I hate when you do that to me. Because you knew I was going to open this chest. Where's there a gift of protection? We'll just go for the next best one. Ah, that was frustrating. It's okay. We're doing so well, and then that cheap attack that happens a lot in Helltide at this difficulty happens. You know? That was a little bit frustrating, but eh. No, I see you trying to snipe me from far away. Cut that out. We could get our stacks maintained. That's why you don't see me constantly Okay, this guy's gonna come and be a bit of a nuisance. Or are you? Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe it's Maybelline? Maybe it's not. You gave me crap again. Well, it's not really crap. Those are aspects. Alright. I don't think anything gave me a boss key, which is what I really wanted. We'll see. Because worst case scenario, I will burn a key just to fight the boss to get the seasonal journey. Anything significant in that run? A bag of ovals. We can do some gamba. That might be useful. I'm all full on gamba? Are you... Okay, I guess let's do gamba here then. Why not? Oh, wait. We should usually have some stash available, right? Just makes sense. Okay, get rid of some of this stuff. Because I don't need any of that stuff. I know it's like, well, it's a whole bunch of loot. It is. Now it's junk that I could use for, like, rerolls and stuff. Alright. Can't pick these up, that's right, that's right. I'm a little bit scatterbrained because I'm a little bit tired. I've been going for a while already. After all these, like, heavy damage rotations. We're gonna try to gamba the boots that I need. Wish me luck. If I could get a gray one... Hold on. Oh, why did you gaslight me into thinking that that was what I wanted? Ancestral, I'll hold on to it. Just in case. Ideally, like, I would want a gray pair of boots. I know it's not gonna make a whole bunch... Why did that show up? Legendary boots. They have better stats. Ideally, you want an ancestral, though. Alright. Well, all this loot that we have no purpose for. To the Shadow Realm with thee. Okay, let's get the rest of these obols. Wow, there were that many obols in there? I can keep doing some gambas a bit here, then. We'll never get to the main attraction for today's stream. Okay. Is it the boots I need? No, it's not. I need a white pair of boots like this, but it has to be a different name. Pain is love, and love is pain, and... this is Dungeon Crawlers for you. I love this game, and I hate when, like, RNGesus isn't being fair to us. Come on, RNGesus. Give me what I desire. Give me what I need. Give me what I want. What do I have to sacrifice to get these boots? Tell me. Tell me, Dreadknights. What do I have to sacrifice? You know? I want good gear, too. I mean, we have good gear already, but I want better gear. I want to be able to climb higher, to the greatest heights possible.
It seems...
Nothing again? Blasphemy. Hearsay. And we still have so much that we can gamba on. Can I make those backwards? Maybe. We can still do a couple more. A couple more. We need the right pair of white boots. The right unique. Please. I actually have to put some of this stuff in the stash because I don't want to keep, like, going back and forth. Alright. Let's just dump some stuff. I'll deal with it later. This is a future me problem. Future me is going to be very angry at me for doing what I just did. That's a problem for future me, literally. Okay. Can we do it again? Let's do some more gambas here. Hopefully we can get the boots that we need. They have to be white, preferably unique, preferably ancestral.
It seems you're... until next time.
Cry and vomit. Wait. Okay, I thought that was gray. If it's gray and it's ancestral, we could maybe do something with it. If it's anything else, it's just, like, garbage at this point. Those are regular, those are regular. I might hold on to those, too, depending. Because I can try to cheat the cube if I have to. And maybe get what I want, and what I desire, and what I truly need. I truly need a lot of things, I'll be honest with you, but... what I really, really need is this pair of boots. I mean, it was like the main goal of the stream, and we still didn't get it. I believe. I believe. Never give up like John Cena, right?
It seems your prayers have been answered.
How are my prayers been answered when it's a bunch of crap boots, lady? Who are you trying to gaslight here? You are one of the worst vendors in this game, confirmed. I'll hold on to it in case I can roll for them in the cube. I mean, it's just one particular pair of boots I need.
Come back if you need.
Do we have enough obols to gamba a little bit more? Because we also have the Tree of Whispers, which is another possibility of getting hopefully a good cachet, but it has to be boots as the cachet. But we also can get maybe the sparks that we need.
Very nice.
We get it?
It seems your prayers have been answered.
My prayers have not been answered, lady. Are you really being that vicious to me? I thought we had something here. I spent all these obols at your establishment, and you still give me garbage loot. Well, that's not technically garbage-ish. A lot of gray boots. Nothing that Dread needs or desires, though.
Father bless. What do you need?
Okay, well, the moment of truth here. We're gonna use the Tree of Whispers cachet and hopefully get what we need. Give me what I want. I need to do that, but this is the better choice because those are crafting materials that you don't get often. Sure? You didn't even give me enhanced ones here? You just tricked me, you son of a... I didn't even get any replenished sparks either from that, did I? I did not. Tomfoolery, literally. I really don't want to waste an item. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't want to waste an item or key, but I'm gonna have to. Just for the seasonal journey. Let's pick something that's generally not hard to do. Let's use our favorite punching bag here. And then I bid all of thee a fair farewell, because my voice is killing me, and I will continue to grind off a stream, and I'll make the announcement and stuff. Just because I'll just might as well do this to end. I'm feeling a little bit streamer fatigue, so to speak. That was kind of mean that you did here, guys. Okay, good. Decent amount. Cool. Let's just ignore them, right? Because we can just sneak up here and fight the boss. Hopefully it won't take too long to kill this boss. I won't be able to open a chest, though. So I'd wasted a key, but I had a reason for doing that. Avoid the attacks. It's hard. Okay. Oh my goodness, we were way too close. Oof. I think this might have been a bad idea. What are you doing? Stop that. Alright, let's try that again. This time don't be stupid, right? Okay. Better rotation. What the fudge? Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. I think we're not ready to fight lair bosses at Torment 6, which is very disheartening. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on, believe. I gotta watch out for the big attack. I don't even know when he does it. That's the problem. I'm so used to, like, melting him at this point. I can't get close to you, but the problem is my gear is only about getting close to you. Oh, no. I think we need a whole bunch of armor to deal with him. He might be the wall of the stream. Oh, well. We kind of know what we can and can't do now, Dreadknights. We can't do these bosses just yet. We need to level our Paragon way higher. Oh, that's going to be a future me problem as well, it seems. I'm going to try to kill him one more time. If not, all is lost. Because I really don't know. Like, I can't get close to him with this build. Maybe? Okay. better. But I can't go near him. Okay. Okay, we got him, we got him, we got him. Okay, good. That should finish the season journey for that. He might not be my favorite punching bag anymore. Wait, we had enough to open this cachet? Yeah? How? Oh, I'm not gonna argue, I'm just gonna accept it that we had. I think the game was nice and gave us an additional key. Alright, well... The plus side for that... Still not what I needed. But it doesn't drop from him, it seems. But... We did... get... this completed. Which means I can claim these rewards. Right? Torment 6, Greater Lair boss. Aww. That's the other one with the white key. You know, both of those bosses are really hard to do, but for the sake of argument, we're gonna try it before we go, okay? We're gonna do it. It's not gonna be that guy. Oh no. I'll rather deal with Duriel and the poison resistance than deal with the other nonsense Dreadknights. Alright. This might be harder than the last guy. In theory. See if we can keep our stacks up. That's like the most important thing. This is like a duck and move thing, but this will probably be easier to deal with him. In theory. Again, in theory. Everything here is like in theory. Hopefully we can get like a piece of gear I need to, because not seeing the gear you need after so much grinding. Man, have we been grinding today. I know you have the poison thing, which I hate, and then the roar. Okay. How are you easier than the guy? That's... How is that even possible? Does that make any sense to you? We got a replenish spark, though, so hey. I felt like we were ready for the bosses. It's just, like, I guess Pentian is a little harder to farm. I mean, after all this trouble, it would have been nice to get finally a unique out of one of these boxes. I know it's a low drop rate, but just saying. Oh, I should probably pick up the charm, because at this level it might be something different. Worth checking out, right? For science. It's probably the same one that we have a bunch of, right? Yep. Too bad I don't have another greater boss key. Because that would have been great to do it again. I wonder then if that means that for the husk I only need one husk to open. But man, we just killed a Torment 6 lair boss. Well, 2 of them technically. Man. And this isn't even really fully maxed out gear yet. Fascinating. I'm feeling powerful. I'm gonna get drunk with power. Alright. Let's get the season. Claim rewards. Honestly, at this point, probably you. Because this one's not really, like, it's useful, but not where we are at this junction, which is still trying to gear up. What is this? It's gonna be something great that I can't use. Where is it? Gauntlets of Sheol. This is great for a different build. That's the minion build. So I will put that in the box for the minion build in case I decide to do that again sometime in the future. One demonic emperors and what is this? I've never seen this one before. Alright, good, because I can... We're starting to see aspects that I don't think dropped before in the earlier stages. The Blade of Sight Flame, but it's this... This would be great if it's ancestral, but it's not. So it's, again, it's like, it's nice to have it, but it's kind of useless. You get what I'm saying? Alright. So... what we will do is I will take this guy to the... Where's the blacksmith? Go to the blacksmith, open a cache, and then we're pretty much good. Because I think killing Torment 6 Burial is pretty spot on with this build, considering the way we started today. I actually don't need any more of these. Let's open this one soon. Great. I suppose I'm never gonna use that, so I'm not even gonna keep it. This might have purposes, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Even though I would prefer to have, like, willpower on it. That's useless. This is going in the box because I'll forget. I need it for the minion build. Just in case I decide to revisit that build. I don't think I will, because this is like the S tier build at this point. So I don't...
That looks worn. I can fix it.
I really don't feel like we should, you know, go back to a build that's, like, non-optimal. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not to my playstyle, I guess is the best way to put it. So we have 2 sparks. Is there a jeweler here? That's an armor vendor. That's a weapon person. You give grave weapons that are ancestral? You do not. What is this for? The armory allows you to save a load name of favorites. Oh, okay. That's actually would have been useful had I known that before with the minion build. But I kind of know what the minion build gear is, anyway. There's no drawer here? There is. There's always a drawer on the map. Alright. Let's drop this here. So I can craft, like, uniques now, but the problem with it is we need specific rune words. I don't need Andariel's Visage. I don't need Doombreaker. I need Hair of Perdition, I believe, right? I think it's for this build that you would use this. No, it's Shroud of Fell Stuff, isn't it? It's one of these two. I gotta double check, but I think it's this one that I use in this build. I already have Ethereal's Might for my... And they always are Ancestral, which I think is kind of nice. But these are the ones that you're looking for. This ring, too, would be kind of useful. Like, there's so many different ways you can play this build. But ideally, I think what we would be trying to target is not the Harley Quinn. I think it's this, if I recall correctly. So the materials that I still need for this, we need 6 more jaws, which I don't have. I have like 1. Oops. We need 2 more que and 2 more gar. The hardest thing to get is just to get the jars to drop. So it's still going to be a while before I'm able to get it to drop, but it's nice to at least have the sparks that I need in case I want to craft it. Put some points here. At this point, we need the resistances to all elements. I'll go over the build real quick in case you want to, like, copy it. It's, again, more closer to a starter build, but this, obviously, you saw type us to the halfway point. So, basically, Ancestral Helm, preferably, but if you have a Legendary, use it. You want the aspect become crowd-controlled while you have Shadow Form while consume stack to apply it back to the attacker and adapt Shadow Form to grant immunity to type of effect. Yeah, it's kind of important for now. On top of that, you want the aspect here. Again, Ancestral gear you're trying to go for. Hex enemies that try to attack you and have 22.5 chance to instead be knocked down. It's just kind of nice to have it at the moment. Then for the gloves, we have this, which because summoning a greater demon knocks down enemies around you for 5 seconds. Your lesser demon skills do this. It's kind of important to have it at the moment. Then from here, we have shadow damage, gains 21 increased lucky hit chance. So that we can kind of do a lot of the tomfoolery that we did today. Then for the boots, I like this particularly because of crowd control stuff. So when there are at least 5 close enemies, stun them for 4 seconds. You can only occur once every 20 seconds. This is the main important thing that you need. You must have the Litany of Sable. You can't even play this build without it. Which is kind of easy because you could just put a dagger into the Herodic Cube. And then you could just turn it into a unique. Because I think the only unique dagger is, like, for this class, Litany of Sable. I could be wrong about that. So this basically does Dreadclaws deal 112% increased damage. It could be higher damage number there, so keep that in mind. And additional claws fire out when you gain a stack of Shadow Form. And then from there, we have this offhand here, which it's each hit with Demonology skills increases the damage you deal with Demonology skills by 3.0% for 10 seconds, up to 59 seconds. The thing is, like, Dreadclaw is a demonology skill, so we're just pairing up our main spender. I have the Silver of Hate here. You could probably use something different, but I like it because it gives us the ability to do a little bit more crowd control, which, as you've seen throughout today's session of playing, was very, very helpful and came in incredibly handy. Then from there, we have a ring with the aspect, making an enemy vulnerable increases the damage you do to them to 2.1% up to 40%. This comes in handy with this build as well. And last but not least, we have for this thing, the legendary amulet. Again, wherever you can put ancestral gear. So for this, I have Hex increases your critical strike chance against an enemy of a 21.8 per stack. Kind of important. For the skills, real quickly, for the gem or the soul shard, you want Mastermind, and then you want Blasphemous Fragment. Paragon board, I'm not going to go over because that's too complicated, and I will do that in another one. So I have 10 points into Command Fallen. I have 1 point into Dominance, 1 point into Wrath, 1 point into Fallen Rush. So it turns into Abyss skill, which is kind of important. For Dreadclaws, we have 24 points currently because of the way our build is currently. We have 24 points into Dreadclaw, 1 point into Vulnerable, 1 point into Damage, 1 point into Invoking Terror because Dreadclaws are cast around you each time dealing, and it makes it with the stacks of Shadow Form, which is important because it's a Shadow Form stack build. Moving forward from there, we have Not Bombardment. We have over here Never Step, 23 ranks into it again because of the gear that we have concurrently. 1 piece of extra, 1 point into Extra Charge, 1 point into Vacuum Swap, 1 point into Gloomwalker because this gives us immunity, which is kind of important. Over here, we're going to take Rampage. We have 24 points again because of the gear that we have right now. We have 1 point into Lesser Demon, 1 point into Demon Masher, 1 point into Abysmal Titan. Moving further down, we have Sigil of Subversion. I don't really use it too much in this build. I might swap it for something else. 1 point of movement speed, 1 point of slow, 1 point of infiltration trails. This is kind of important. It comes in pretty handy every once in a while. It's pretty useful for what we're trying. For the ultimate, we're going to take Metamorphosis. We're going to take the Terror Demon. We're going to take 1 point into Dominance, 1 point into damage scaling. And that's pretty much what there is to the Dreadclaws Warlock build. It is S tier. You saw we melted through things in basically non-optimal gear. If you like what you saw, definitely leave a like on this video, leave a comment. All those things definitely help in the algorithm. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for today's stream. I don't stream on weekends. I will be back on Monday for 6th anniversary special stream. I'm not going to say exactly what that is. I'll play Diablo IV again on Tuesday. And the rest of the week, you'll find out the schedule sometime on Sunday, okay? So, anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for lurking. Thanks to anybody that might have chatted that I didn't see. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, I appreciate you. And I'll see you all for the next one. Till next time, guys.